Good morning, everyone. We are live here once again from the Nova Open.
Cool. Those Pykes are down there.
It is going to be a game between Koray Satili and Sam McHenry. We've got Tempest Scouts versus 50. Is it 501st or is it just?
No, it's not 501st.
It's not 501st.
Anakin, Padme with Pykes.
An Anakin, Padme Pike list. All right, awesome. Well, welcome in Joe also to the cast. Joe Hicks, my co-host this morning.
I did good enough to be invited back.
Yes.
As much as I paid to drive out here and stay, that would have been rude not to. So
well, yes.
I appreciate it. So they're already halfway through deployment, and it's a breakthrough battle line supply drop. And Tempest, every unit in this army has scout, except for the two storms. Actually, they have recon intel, so they have.
So they're scouting too.
So really, just the officer. So the two storms have scout 1. All the bikes have scout 2. Just, I believe so. That is the Tempest rule. Is that correct? Does that sound right to you? Yep.
Yeah.
Vehicles gain scout 2, and then all the scouts have scout 3. So it's battle lines breakthrough, and he's already halfway home.
Wow.
But as you can see, those clones are just being deployed, balled up in that building, and he's going to force them to go around. It'll be interesting. Anakin's going to have targets, I think. So,
yeah, he's going to have plenty to chop through.
We're talking breakthrough. We're talking 11 activations on the Tempest side versus 9. So that is a bit of an advantage there.
Yeah, and Tempest brought a very deep bid. I believe they bid 16.
Yeah, a 16-point bid.
So this is Koray's battle deck. He's very comfortable with it. We talked to him last night before today, and he said he's very comfortable as long as he has a bid. If he doesn't get the bid, he's definitely not as comfortable.
Yep. So, you can, 2023, you can go up and over these buildings. So the buildings aren't like dead stops for the clones to maneuver over.
Right. Everyone can climb and start getting cover on top of the structures.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how good of shots these bikes get, because they're going to be able to get shots turn 1. It'll be interesting to see if that's what he goes for, or if he slow plays it a little bit. The scouts aren't super powerful, but it's 8 black dice at range 2. No surge to crit, but they have emergency transponders, every single one of them. So they definitely can push some damage through as well. I don't suspect. Sorry, but go ahead, David.
Yeah. So on your screen right now, you're seeing the structures, how they have greebles on top and domes on top, and so they can give additional cover if they do decide to mount the building and climb up there. On your right side of the screen is Koray wearing the floral print, and then on the left side of your screen we've got Sam. He's wearing a sweatshirt.
Yeah, so plenty of space on the buildings, although probably not enough space for everyone. So
Now, are we doing these as heavy? I know you didn't say it, so I would just be open.
I believe they called the small little walls kind of jutting out around the buildings as open. No, sharpshooter. Yeah, sharpshooter Pierce. Yeah, actually, good point, Panzer. I forgot he had snipers on all of these. So, yeah, the sharpshooter and sharpshooter's great, and then the Pierce into the clones is going to be really good. It'd definitely be important to try to neuter the scouts a little bit. Each scout neuter them a couple models
to trim down. To trim down their numbers. So that they don't get the full weight of dice. They do fall off hard because they're 2 dice per mini.
Yeah, honestly, I think this is a tough matchup for the clones here, especially with the bid and the objectives.
A lot of sniping, a lot of high velocity shots. This could be very tough.
It'll be interesting to see whether Koray, it's Koray.
Yeah, it's Koray.
Yeah. Tries to go toe-to-toe with his scout dice pools and kind of just go toe-to-toe with the clones and thin them out. Or if he tries to kind of do some maneuvering and kind of shoot around the sides, snipe as he goes. and do it that way. So because Anakin coming in is one-shotting scouts on a very consistent basis.
Yeah, because he's got that Pierce 3 saber.
Yeah. So as long as he don't blank out. And this is a game where, a lot of times with these clone balls, Anakin sits back and just shares tokens. And he may do that for a turn or two. But I think he's going to be looking for opportunities to get in and start slicing and dicing in a matchup like this.
Yeah, I don't really have a lot of background on Sam's play style. I don't know how exactly he likes to play Anakin, so we're going to discover that as the game goes on.
Yeah, and we're going to try to turn, those of you who were here yesterday, we had a couple comments and feedback. We're going to try to turn the players up and down as needed, so we're not fighting over the mic. But we definitely do want to hear the players, so we'll turn them up and listen to them as they finish out deployment. Yeah,
we're going to be a little bit more aggressive about adjusting our levels, so the stream will have a little bit higher intelligibility. You guys are able to hear more accurately what we're saying and what the players are saying.
So here's the bikes, and they're going to come out on the opposite side, and they have scout too. I imagine they might scoot down to the bottom of the board and flank.
Yeah, I feel like on battle lines here, Koray's forces are very spread out as opposed to Sam's, who are just balled up in one part of the board. I think battle lines was a pretty favorable deployment for him. So just get a close-in shot on his scout troopers.
2 storms. And now Tempest rules, I'm sure I'm not the only one that's not super well versed in them, so I had to pull them up. So this is the Tempest rule set. I'm going to read through it. Vehicles gain scout 2. And then the big one is the suppression. So in order to remove a suppression at the end of the round, you have to be in range of a commander. I suppose that's their panic range, and you have to have a comms upgrade equipped.
Right.
So
they'll
only
have,
they'll
have transponders.
Yeah. So the scouts will remove a suppression if they're within range of that Imperial officer, but the storms will not. So suppressing the storms is going to be quite effective. And then you also get 1 unit you can mark as basically a rapid reinforcement. I'm not sure if Koray decided to do that, though.
Surprise. They're not on the opposite side.
And I just realized the bot is wrong, so I'm going to go fix the bot.
Cool. So now I just got my bikes. What in the world do I want to do?
Listening into the players now, they're not really doing a lot of talking.
But you do hear the beautiful ambiance of the room.
Of the hall, yeah.
Got up to like
that's sort of comforting, the comforting
I think you place
chatter.
the whole unit before you do the scout move. And if you can't place the whole unit there, they won't be able to deploy there. All right, they can overhang the village.
Yeah, they can overhang, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Good? Okay. Yeah, they're like...
I'm used to trooper units doing that with like a one-man, put them up in the corner.
That's true. So we're just going to scout to like here.
All right.
Scout turn a little bit.
So Sam keeping him honest on the bike deployment. You got to have to legally deploy before you scout.
All right, everybody, the bot should be fixed now, so you can type in your command !blue list, !red list, all one word, and it should call up the correct listing for these players. Also, if you're in the chat and you have a second, please do share the stream link with everybody you know that's interested in Legion. Helps the stream out a lot for word of mouth to spread our message here.
Echo, come out and play.
Yeah, Echo's going to come out over here and play. Hold on, I think that might be a little bit far. No, it looks good. All right.
Good morning, Tony.
Got him up. You won't.
Oh, he just did. I'm certain that's outside of the deployment zone.
I'm just playing.
Yeah, look at that little Centimeter scout.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you, by the way, Tony, for upgrading to premium.
I'm down. Yeah, everything's down.
Sweet.
We do have a new premium offering with Yavin Base. So if you guys are interested, check out patreon.com/YavinBase. If you're
How do
interested
you
in
tell your
becoming a
bikes
premium
apart?
member.
Sure. They have all my scouts have like stuff on their backpack, so it's just color lines. So
they're-
green, red, and then blue.
Blue. Okay.
Yeah. And if you need to know who's who, let me know. The leader is the one with pistol or the one with the gear shifting
Right.
action. Yeah.
Okay. Simple enough.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. All right. Sure. We'll roll with this. Why not? Let's do it. All right. I think we're all placed.
Good luck.
Hey, good luck. Let's have some fun.
Yeah.
Players shaking hands and getting ready for turn
Ready to rock?
1.
Ah.
This round 1 of Nova Open Day
you're repping
2.
my own
Both
gear.
players.
You can't even rep your own brand.
I can't
dude.
even rep my
That's
own brand.
Shame.
I know.
No,
Very
Panzer,
simple.
thank you for being the math guy. No, that does sound right because you got to account for the red dice that might miss. But the Pierce, if he hits 5, they should die pretty much every time. I think when I said that, my brain was thinking they had 4 models, but with the sniper they have that 5th model.
All right. The Tempest Force vehicle cards don't apply to just ATSDs. The vehicle cards don't apply to just ATSDs.
Yes. Yes. I do get their other fans. They got 6 cards, 6 brand new cards. Only 3 of them I can't use.
Yeah, cause Mark Quad. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we are gonna put this. Ready?
Yep.
I think we'll put this up here. You want these in here?
Show them under the camera. Yeah. So just assault versus
All right.
You roll,
orders.
sir.
Yes.
Hero of the Clone Wars.
Here's my dice.
Once you show them, you're good to take them out. Thank you.
It's you.
Okay, so it'll be Sam's side with Anakin.
So Anakin,
with priority.
Anakin, Padme, and I'll give it to Echo.
And go over it again. 11 activations. 11 activations on Koray's side, 9 on Sam. So Sam will get a pass most rounds until things start dying. Then the math might change.
It's gonna get real messy with tokens over here. So
All good. I know you're gonna do your best.
Yeah.
on that, so. All right, scout.
So Anakin, as is tradition, starts round 1 with Exemplar and Reliable 2.
Yeah, that's like the standard play.
my turn.
Yep.
Getting that exemplar rolling as fast as possible.
So I'm gonna go into the stack.
Yep.
I got a cord. I'm gonna go with Boyle.
So I don't.
Just gonna get the
Yeah.
heck out of
Don't
dodge.
want to get shot over there. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, he's just gonna double move.
Okay.
Man, if I'm Sam, I'm just scared to put a clone on the building right now. There's so much firepower. Towards the end of the round, maybe now it's time to like come up and start trading, because you can kind of go up and down, up and down. But Battle Lines Breakthrough, this is going to be a fun game. It's going to be a lot of room for piloting and maneuvering here.
No, she doesn't. Yeah, no upgrades on her.
Okay.
That was a luxury.
I got a 16-point bid or something.
Yeah. Yep. I previously had it on her, but I was like, nah, she's good. She's a good. Yeah, we'll throw it on this one. Okay, done.
Nice. Good. Shout out, Blood Ocean.
Yeah, welcome in, Blood Ocean. Thanks for being here, man. I know that's a cool
think
factoid
I will
that Koray
pass.
was your first ever tournament opponent. Just getting a shot of Koray's bikes up on the building here.
So if you missed that first
We'll go with
move,
the scout.
Okay.
Boyle was deployed a little
We're
bit
going to-
out in the
actually,
open
got
to the
the-
left, and he double moved the man, and
She got
he's just
the supply deck out.
he's using this building to his fullest advantage.
All right. I'm going to shuffle it. Do you want to cut it all, or you good?
No, it's.
So supply drop is the condition, so they're going to start.
But if you draw a
scooping
hostage card, they
scooping things
get
up.
slowed down.
I guess I'll take the marksman.
Yeah.
Shuffle again.
Clone Army turtled up behind that large L-shaped structure.
All right, so they looked in there once. Then we're just going to move and take a standby.
The Maul B2 mirror match. I'm running Maul B2 in my Invader. I've been doing well, so I'm trying to bring it back, I guess. The old Maul B2 spam.
Koray moving those scouts ever closer.
Yeah, we want to slip there. All right.
So, dare I say that Anakin, can he probably jump over the building in a single move? He can possibly get into melee with the unit here that's already activated. I'm not sure how aggressive he's going to want to get with them, but it may be possible.
I'm gonna go Padme. She's going to quick think.
Yeah, this is a Tempest Force quad bike.
So because you stand by,
Quad bike times 4 scout, or is it no 5
It's
scouts?
only when they activate, and if they do not have a face-up list.
5 scouts. Yep, Tempest Force.
so I can't clear the building with a jump. Padme's just going to move up
Sure.
to right there.
All right, she's done.
Back to you.
Good morning, guys. Yes, it is Tempest Force.
So Padme just jockeyed for a position there. I believe she quick thinked and moved. Oh, is it 3? Of course, 3 bikes. I said 4.
Of course.
I was looking at that Blizzard list. There's one Blizzard list that's also 3-0 right now this morning.
This box.
Well, good, John. I'm glad we got Tempest on the stream for you.
That's the good stuff.
Yeah, it's always nice when there's a list that's interesting and is also a 3-0. And it's like, yeah, it's just a winning combination for the stream, I think. It's like when Dave Grant played Palpatine and Vader with a transport.
Looks like that next scout squad for Koray got targeting scopes. So he has a marksman and a targeting scopes. Or it's not called marksman, is it? Targeting rangefinder.
Rangefinder, yeah. It's got that special technical name.
And then let's look at Anakin. What's his options? He has force push, force barrier, offense, defensive stance. So he's not going to be able to burst of speed or anything. Yep, these guys are 3-0. Started Friday. We had 3 rounds yesterday. There's 7 3-0s right now.
Right.
Started the tournament with 59 players. We are currently at 57 players. We had a couple O3s drop.
Go to the stack.
And so 7 3-0s. We have 3 more rounds today, and then we cut to top 8, and we do 3 more rounds on Sunday. So this is like a big, long tournament, which of course has its pros and cons. It's tiring, but you get more Legion, and you get better shakeout of who's the top.
And you get more people with some losses in the cut as well,
which is exciting.
Yeah.
And we're looking at it, at least 1-4-2 will make it to tomorrow, And it is possible that 2-4-2s could make it.
Right. With this number of players and the Swiss structure, it's effectively a double elimination tournament. But even if you do end up with 2 losses, there is a slight chance you can make it in. We got some clones climbing up on a building here.
All right, so he's finally deciding, now that a few of the scouts have activated, maybe he wants to start taking shots. The dodges are great. The dodges are great against everything except the high velocity.
So currently, I can only see your leader. Only see your leader.
Which one?
This guy.
Okay.
And I think he will be able to see the back guy only.
Okay.
So I will finish the move like that.
Okay. I don't know if I can.
So he got the entire squad on the building, but not everyone has line of sight.
So
Right.
one more time, this guy can see. like
Both of these 2 guys can see this leader.
Sure.
And I believe this guy can only see the back guy there.
So Koray has a standby on those scouts. 2 standbys, actually.
He's probably going to try to split fire and strip the standbys.
If he's able to get in a position where Koray decides not to strip the standby.
You might not even be able to
decides not
activate the
spend the
standby.
One more time. I can hear you.
If they're not in range,
Yeah, this one not.
But you have to see me to-
This, yeah. So can that one see?
I don't think so.
This guy? Okay. All right, go for it. Just looking.
so I'm going to shoot at your yellow squad that I can see. I can only see 2 people.
Sure.
You're obviously heavy cover.
In the tray.
sorry.
Sorry.
So I'll just keep it. So just
I don't know if you can.
So you want me to
tweak
reroll the
that,
whole thing?
David.
Sorry.
I'm okay with that. That's
Okay.
fine. Yeah. I'm okay.
Sorry. I'm not used to playing
So
this
they're just in like
thing. Heavy plus, yeah. So I'm not going to reroll that. So just a suppression on them.
Suppression on yellow.
Yellow.
Okay.
All right, so
Yeah,
stripped one
go.
standby on the front.
All right.
Okay, so
They're done. I'm going.
he
to
must not have had the heavy in line of sight to do some sort of a split fire. Oh no, it's cumbersome. That's
Yeah,
his
it's
cumbersome
cumbersome.
squad.
Yeah, that's
So
rocket.
he had no option to split fire there,
Exactly.
but he
many
did strip
medics do you
one
have?
standby.
0 medics.
Zero
He
medics,
may-
just one.
Just
He
one.
may be thinking about Anakin turn 1, like
Cool. Gotcha.
getting in there already.
Gotcha.
So if he can't
All right, we'll pull.
full jump over the building
Sure,
and
right.
move in, he definitely could jump, climb, and force push. He's doesn't seem like he's too far away.
Yeah, I don't know if he wants to get Anakin in melee that quick, because scouts still they punch decently. But I mean, at the same time, it's like you're not going to be able to do a whole lot to a force user once he gets in. That's why the standbys are so crucial.
You know, as far as win conditions go, I like my chances of taking Anakin into a ball of scouts and him being the victor.
Sure, but at the same time, it's like,
You lose all that power of him sharing tokens, being safe.
well, he still gets to share tokens even when he's in melee, but he's not going to spend actions dodging or whatever.
Correct, yeah. And he has offense, defensive stance.
Okay, he's
for
got
a reason.
stance,
Yeah, he's
so-
got the stance for a reason.
Choose to take it out.
So the bikes are just scooting forward and dodging.
Okay, just take it out. We're done.
All right.
Threatening if he climbs on that building that they're ready to pounce. Turn 2 probably. No, I'm not suggesting Anakin should do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I think it's a possibility based on the spacing right now.
Yeah, it's definitely possible.
I'm going to go with, what's core?
I'm not a well-versed clone ball player, so
Yeah, Anakin. So the standard notion is that Anakin doesn't want to engage necessarily. He just wants to stay back and do token sharing. But I personally, it really depends on your style. I like getting Anakin in there and swinging because Pierce 3 Saber is addictive. You know, it's like I just swing and I kill things. You know. I believe the action is on Sam right now, trying to get his move done.
All right, I'm gonna just walk this way. So the single move, and then I will just come up to there, I think, for a double move.
Cool.
Something that I'm definitely noticing here in this initial deployment in this initial round is that Sam is very heavily pinned in place by the presence of the speeder bikes. And if he does get involved in a combat near his deployment zone, there's no chance of him breaking through. And that is the objective that we are playing, is breakthrough right now.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, even if Sam comes out the victor as far as attrition at the end of that battle,
yeah,
the objective may be too much based on him being pinned behind that building.
Right, the bikes just break through safely, and then what does Sam have to reply to that? There's not much left.
So he has plenty of turns to move forward, but he can sit back here for a turn or two, but eventually he has to go
He'll have
forward.
to move out and start killing things if he has no chance to break out.
What I expect is a good alpha and a good alpha strike from these bikes at some point, and then based on how many wounds they take back, these bikes are going to limp away on 1 or 2 health and just go sit in the corner.
Yep.
Is probably how he's anticipating using them.
I imagine he would do that, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go with Anakin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna flip to offensive stance.
Offensive
I'll
stance.
put a red thing here. I'm gonna take 2 aims.
Okay.
Winding up for a shot of some type.
No, he's over here.
So
And
he's
then
definitely not coming out this turn.
I'm just gonna jump.
Oh, so okay.
to
Over there.
I thought Anakin was up in the corner.
sure.
He was not as close to the
Yep.
the inside
Okay.
corner of that
All right.
building as I thought. So he
Sounds good.
couldn't have jumped over that even if he wanted to. Thank you, Timothy. Thanks for tuning in.
Couple. I got a 4.
So his other Koray just drew his other stormtroopers. Yeah, this cat and mouse game of coming over the building or not coming over the building, I feel like you just spoke on, kind of favors Koray because he has the better positioning for after the dust settles to scoot in to score.
Exactly. And he has the fast units too. I think the choices for the objective were either key position or breakthrough. The initial flop, if I'm recalling correctly. So I think breakthrough is just a non-starter for Sam, but that's just my opinion. I mean, he may have seen something that I didn't. But I'm not too confident in Sam's chances here.
I think Battle Lines just puts fuel on that fire of making it tough because those bikes have the entire 6-foot board edge to maneuver.
Yeah, so John says that it's interesting to see Storms with HH-12s. I think the HH-12 is pretty good for the points, and if you're expecting to face a Dark Trooper list, then
you hedge your bets.
Exactly.
You add the HH-12s on top of the bikes, and now you have a really good shot of chewing through heavies.
Yeah, now you have what impact was 6 from the bikes and then 6 from the Storm, so impact 12, and then piercing crits randomly from the scouts into Dark Troopers.
So I got core.
Which at range 2 with the scouts, you actually throw in 10 black dice.
Yeah, you
like your chances of getting 1 or 2 crits.
You have a decent chance, yeah.
So, Panzer, you brought up the odds of Anakin one-shotting scouts. It is definitely not a guarantee, and I plugged it in did the math. It's what I see is about 48%. So it's basically a 50-50 whether he one-shots 5 scouts or not.
The guy who cannot make it will.
Yeah, critical 2 is pretty good.
I'm going to pull while you're doing that.
Yep.
All right, more speeder bikes. So this one, we're going to compulsory. Basically pivot, and then move to here. We'll just go here. It's like same difference. And he's done.
Giving me juicy targets here.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
I'm going to stack. It's the capo. So he's going to roll nothing off.
That's fine. Yeah.
If you guys, we didn't get a whole lot of feedback on the audio throughout the morning yesterday, so if you guys have any,
he's going to aid a dodge for suppression.
as far as turning the players up or down, or just let us know.
And he's going to take a move, so you can probably guess where he's going to go. Just tuck himself in this corner.
Learning the ins and outs of the board, yeah.
That's
So the board we use for this, the headphones have a separate level from the mains. So it's a little bit tough in order to manage the volume in your head in your headset. You don't manage you don't hear exactly what's going on in the mains.
Outside the box. Great. I'll take scale.
You sure you don't want camouflage there?
Can I get cover 4 for
You
that?
double camouflage.
Yeah. All right. So
Koray lamenting a dud supply drop.
Did he draw 2 arc welders? What was it?
He drew a scale and camouflage.
Oh, okay.
So he said, I'll just take scale. And he's like, well, can I get cover 4 from low profile? The answer is no.
So we did say those would be heavy, but yeah.
One more time? Yeah, we
This
said
is heavy, yeah.
We said that would be heavy. Yeah, for sure.
Koray just looking for those range 2 shots.
Seems rough. Okay, I don't think I can get it. So,
Being tempered aggression here for Koray.
He also has the option of just taking a sniper into heavy cover, high velocity.
Yeah.
And try and just pierce on that building.
I don't think he necessarily wants to do that, but he might start doing that now that the
we're just going to take
clones are up
aim
there.
shot, sniper shot at this squad up there.
There he goes. Yeah, as you said, Joe.
You've got heavy to light, so there it is.
Yes.
This one. High velocity as well. So
We don't see the
Yeah.
dice, but it
Well,
sounds
I'll take it on.
boil.
I'll take it on boil.
sounds like you got 2 hits.
2 hits, yeah. So it takes the pierce on boil, which is exactly what you use boil for.
Okay, so I go with my last activation.
yeah.
So that your main squads don't get shot down.
Yeah.
Yeah, boil's great because it helps you control where the wounds go. So it's keep that boil activation just on 1 minute there at the end of the game, and it's still scoring objectives.
Dodge are essentially the same thing. So I'll put him right there.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep. And then let's just go here, everyone else out of the way except for Jaboy here.
Sure.
Thank you. And I have 4 dodges to spend.
Cool.
And I will roll 3 crits into these and kill a bike.
Yeah,
we can only
cool,
hope.
right? That'd be cool.
There's a cap on every squad, so they'll always convert a single surge.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah,
So
that's
Pykes
super,
moving and shooting
So
a
I'm going
bike
to spend.
with the disruptor
here?
only.
Okay.
I'll spend aim number 2.
Sure.
I'll spend aim number 3. And aim number 4.
That was a crit.
So 3 crits.
Oh, it's like you said.
Wow.
Listen, you just got to will everything into being.
Wow, that was a
3 crits disruptor.
Oh, you blocked 1. Okay,
Yeah, he
so
blocked 1 there.
the bike, the full 6 bike attack is still intact.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. That was a pretty effective disruptor shot.
That was very
there,
disruptive.
David.
In fact, we had 4 aims to spend there. 1 from Padme, 2 from Anakin, and 1 from the Pykes themselves.
You're telling me to run the board. All right. All right. Yeah, just go with this face-up sniper here.
Yep.
Kind of head backwards. these guys can sit here.
Yep.
We're just gonna shoot out.
Their tokens are down here, just FYI.
That's fair.
Okay.
No problem.
Have your way with me.
Gonna pull, get storms.
Oh, sorry. I forgot. I have Echo.
Okay, go for it. That's fine.
I'm so sorry. It doesn't matter.
I think I only did one activation.
Yes.
Okay.
Although I just gave you bad information. I'm just going to shoot the squad that already moved and shot them. That's okay?
This one.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah, they were already there. Yeah.
Echo probably not going to do much unless he gets a crit because of low profile.
I got to get a range 5er here.
Yeah, sniper versus scout is not great because low profile is excellent against sniper fire.
But Echo is the best clone unit with the critical one.
He's the best sniper.
He's the best clone sniper at getting that crit. So
exactly.
Well, I mean, I don't want.
But all those aims were already spent.
Yep.
Ways I can.
He'll only have an aim from tactical.
That's funny. I actually just going along.
That'll put me pretty far out.
Yeah, if you're talking about Kyle Dornbos, he is. I'm not familiar with his LSO list, but he's running a very similar list today at Nova. He's not running Padme though, but he's running Pike, Anakin, Clone Ball.
Right, with a full arc instead of Padme.
Can I come this way and see a bike? No. No, Echo will just pass.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No worries.
Sorry about that.
So now stormtroopers.
Now you're stormtroopers.
Okay. No worries.
Can't change the past.
It's an interesting decision to pass with Echo. Echo's usually good at shooting, but he doesn't want to get shot back by all the other snipers and lose Echo suddenly to a volley from sniper fire. So he's being forced because of Tempest's range to play conservatively. And Koray trying to decide where his HH-12 stormtroopers can go. Yeah, Saint Dem, you're pointing out something very interesting. Dash actually got paired up into Kyle at this tournament. I can imagine him not being very happy at that fact.
And it looks like they're playing almost identical lists. Like, they're very close. I think there's a couple upgrades different or whatnot, but 2 ARC Troopers for Dash, but, and again, an Anakin Clo Ball with a couple Phase 2s.
Right.
And ARC Troopers. Well, 501st, you have to run 1 bark, don't you?
Yeah, you have to run 1 support.
It's a scout.
Whether that's a bark or an ATRT, you can
I think
make
it's
a decision.
them over there.
Oh, yeah, them over there. Thank you. All right. Let's get a range 5.
You want to rate? Yeah. Oh, you got it.
Yeah. You hold that up for there? Yeah, we're just going to move to there and just take a shot.
Sounds good.
We'll just fully butt up there. All right. Yeah, here we go. Nothing. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Should be the end of the round. Yep.
Round ending here. Not any damage being done.
Comes off this.
Except for 2 wounds to a bike. So pretty calm round 1. Anakin dumping 4 aims into a Pike disruptor shot that scored 3 crits on a bike. Cameron Ernst asking, brand new to the game here, but can someone explain something for me? Do you only bring one list to a tournament, or can you have multiple and switch around? You only bring one list. You usually submit your list a week in advance and lock in that list.
All right. So, David, I just walked off, and I seen Tyler standing there drinking some water. I thought maybe he had a bye.
Oh, yeah.
So this is Tyler from yesterday. I played CIS.
Yeah.
He just had a really bad game.
Oh, wow.
And it's already over. So I invited him on stream to come talk. So we'll see if he comes over.
Yeah.
But I know chat really loved the OP Tylers round 1 and round 2
Yeah,
yesterday.
that's unfortunate they had a bad game and it took another L.
Because I always forget.
So round 2, you underestimate my power. Versus pin down.
Ooh, pin down is nice. One of those bikes could sweep on the bottom edge of the board and return a token. Also, or turn off a fire support.
Anakin will get a dog.
So
Both Pykes squads will get a...
Sam's second order goes to Padme.
Just Annie Padme. Padme.
Anakin, Padme, yeah, the classic duo.
Sweet.
I think the Capo will pass a dodge to... We'll do the Golden Boys again. So he'll get a second suppression. Or he'll go up to 2 suppression.
Okay. All done, right?
So those of you who aren't well versed in Anakin, with Exemplar and Reliable 2, he's now added Master of the Force 1, Surge the Crit, and Defend 1. So he's ramped up pretty good now on turn 2.
Can you hold a range 3 to your Pykes?
These guys?
Yeah. Okay. All right, so the intent here is to try and compulsory shoot and then move away. Let me see.
Yeah, CIS has been doing pretty well. Rebels as well. 1 each in the 3-0 category, but they both have 4 or 5 in the 2-1 category, which is still keeps you alive in this thing. So still several, every faction. I mean, there's only 2 Shadow collectives in the tournament, but they're both still alive as well. So all factions, really good mix represented. Although Clones and Empire are leading the way, I would say.
Right, Clones and Empire, there's about 20 of each.
So just on sheer numbers,
just
they're
on
going
sheer numbers, yeah. So what Koray is trying to do here is he's trying to line up a shot and then run away, but he might not be able to get range 3 at a steep enough angle to perform that shoot and run type of move.
He may be. I don't know if he's tunneling in on trying to pin down and return like Anakin's order. Mm-hmm. I don't know how big of a deal that is this turn, that Anakin has order control. I don't think it's a huge deal. So I don't know that it's not worth putting yourself in a bad position to do that.
Yeah, Koray's like, you know, discretion's the better part of valor. I'm just going to start doing donuts on my bikes until it's time to break through. Try to force Sam to come out of the defensive turtle that he's in.
Or he's fine with him staying in the turtle, right? I mean, it's breakthrough. Like, he might not have to force him out. He's just going to wait him out.
Yeah.
It's like starving the guy out of the castle in the medieval times, right? Like,
yeah.
You don't have to fight him. Just
right. You don't have to fight him. You just have to bait him out.
Just surround the castle, right?
Right. Exactly.
Don't let him bring in the grain.
Yep. Yeah. Under siege. Hey, Brian. Good morning. We're watching some Tempest Force versus Anakin Padme Pykes. And I think that the Tempest Force has a distinct advantage here in turn 2 already.
For more medieval analogies, I don't know if there's a Trojan horse play or something. Koray could get real. Just send someone in.
Yeah, just
bait out Anakin.
Yeah, bait someone forward and then see if you can trap Anakin in the open.
The quick thinking action.
Okay. Makes sense.
So Padme move, quick thinking.
I'm going to put her tokens over here.
All right. Sounds good. I'm going to pull. All right. I got the other bike.
Okay, so again, do the math. 11 activations to 9.
Right.
So he'd have to kill 2X.
Right. He would have to kill 2X
And then score and then both teams score everything.
and potentially score everything. Yeah.
Now, so with a couple scout troopers on the right side, he started to rotate the ones in the center back around the left side of the screen. Maybe now's when you start moving your clones along the right side of the building. Try to mow down those scouts and move forward. I don't, it's just an idea. I'm just spitballing because he's going to have to move at some point.
Right.
Like a half inch. Yeah.
Yeah. Once again, bikes are shy.
Yeah, right, Brian. This is a triple bike times 5 scout snipers, couple core, and an officer. Yeah, so Tempest.
Your lead Pike over here? Okay, thank you.
What's up, man? Yeah, come on.
All right, so the intent is I would like to just move to shoot these guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to welcome to the stream Tyler
When you think I
Pridgen
could just see at least one of them.
Just one?
with an early
At least a
win
couple, I guess. At least
in
these
this
two.
round 1 of the day 2.
Yeah, you can see the two
No,
top.
no, opposite. You
Opposite?
misheard me, David.
Oh, I misheard you?
Yeah,
Oh, no.
it did not go well for Dooku this time.
It did not.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Turns out double IRG
yeah, 'cause I only see
attacks
the guy's
full boats
head.
are really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it turns out to be. Let me turn your gain up real quick. Yeah.
I think he's number 3, David, isn't
Oh,
he?
he's number 3?
Yeah, he's
okay,
number 3.
he's number 3. Let me turn you up.
But turn the players down. We'll talk to Tyler real quick.
Yeah.
So you were a fan favorite yesterday, by the way. Not
I
only
was?
for the list you played, Dooku Asajj,
Battle droid get up.
the fact that your defensive tech, you managed to position your guys and not attack for 5 turns, and like we're still just so menacing.
I love the end of that Bosk attack, the one where he gets all the aims that have like only Magnus you could shoot with 5 dodges and outmaneuver. Yeah, that was something.
So to introduce you to the soundboard here, we turn down the players, so they're in our ear, so it makes it difficult sometimes,
Okay.
but they're just hearing us talking right now. But also you're a fan favorite for all your swag.
Oh,
Your
yeah.
vest, your watch, your
Gotta rep
pins,
the
your
CIS
patches.
stuff.
Oh, the CIS stuff. They love
yeah.
that. So
Absolutely.
I seen you watching this game for a few. What's your thoughts?
Yeah,
It's
so I
breakthrough
actually
battle
got
lines.
to face Koray my 3rd game yesterday. Didn't go well. Turns out having 5 sources of ranged pierce against Manda Guards is really good.
Yeah.
But this is an interesting matchup. So interesting table. Looks like it's going to be pretty good for his scouts so far. I haven't gotten a kill count yet.
No, there's been 0 attrition, I think.
0.
Yeah.
No. Two wounds on the bike.
There was 2 wounds on a bike, and then that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, the
Okay.
Anakin list is just unkillable at this point. There's just so many outmaneuver dodges on the table.
Oh, he's got a lot of outmaneuver sources.
Yeah, he's got Pykes. He's got Anakin and Padme to feed those Pykes dodges.
This is the list.
Is he running Anakin with Force Barrier?
He is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's barrier
One
barrier
more layer
push.
to it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay.
So it looks like everyone has situational awareness except for the Boyle Squad,
Except for the Boyle Squad.
which
Okay.
probably stays hidden and just Guardians.
Just Guardians,
Yeah.
everything. Yeah, help spread those wounds around. Absolutely.
So what we had been talking about is the clones are kind of pinned behind this building, which is a fantastic building, but breakthrough battle lines, like he's going to have to move eventually. So
Yeah, he
what's
will.
the play?
And well, even with all that defensive tech, I feel like those scouts with that many, they're going to hit hard. They're going to hit hard. And all that pierce is not going to be great for those clones. But then again, a white save army does tend to crumble a little bit with enough fire supports.
People are asking where your piano B1 came from.
Oh, that came from Pocket Dimension Studios. They have such great prints. That one being one of my favorites.
That is a pretty cool print.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we'll let Tyler hang out as long as he wants to, and
Yeah.
we'll just keep watching the game. I'm going to turn the players back on. We can
Yeah, you can
listen
turn
what
the players
they're-
back up a
listen
little
to
bit.
what they're doing.
You said this would be heavy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they will just shoot.
turn 2. He probably has to start moving to come at least turn 3.
Right, like I think the big issue here is that Clone's turtled up.
Two guys, but I have the RPS now.
Okay, so the rockets online right here.
Cover 3.
Yes. That'll be one save.
And did a super
I'm
cover,
not
as we
gonna
like to
spend
call
any
it.
games.
So one save.
One super cover.
Just one.
Oh, it's close.
Kills the guy.
All right, so we lost the scout.
And then the second action is going to be to climb pretty much just where Echo just.
So that's
vacated
first
the
model off
spot.
the table, huh?
First model off the table, I believe that is correct.
Yeah, that's right.
And now he's hopping back down behind the table. And you said he needs to start moving probably turn 3 in your estimation?
That's how I usually play Breakthrough. Turn 3, going to get things moving.
So theoretically, just talk about spacing. It's range 4 from where he's at now to score. That's 4 moves minimum, probably 5.
Yeah.
So
I guess
that's 2.5 turns of moving and doing nothing else.
Yeah, so if you need to start moving to turn 3 so you get some move shoots in there.
Yeah, you need to move shoot because you got to kill a couple things.
You do, because he's got 11 axe to
11 to 9.
11 to 9, yeah. So he's got to kill something. Start running out of fire support turns too. Things need to start moving.
Are you looking, sorry.
Sorry, my bad.
You're looking for 5?
Steady. Let's see. I'm trying to see Echo. I don't know if I.
Hey, chat. Those of you listening, is Tyler coming through volume-wise? Okay.
A little quiet by nature.
So
Maybe that's it. You just don't talk as loud as I do. I've been lamented my entire life for that.
If you're peeking in the yellow, then you're fine. Which I think you are peeking in the yellow right here.
Okay. Oh, I wasn't
all right,
watching
so I
that.
can see like a sliver of his base if I move like over here.
Yeah.
So I think this. Sorry, one more time.
Yes.
They rolled those little walls is difficult.
I just want
No, they called the little walls open. They're just
Okay.
playing them open.
Okay.
Looks like a sniper shot into some clones right here.
Is this green?
Those Empire snipers are such a slot machine. Black dice.
I'm gonna move this.
You never
No
know
surge to hit.
Yeah, you'll never know if you punched through that light cover or not.
Yeah, it's all of them.
All right. If you don't mind, I'll use the emergency.
All right.
Yes.
Brian says he could hear you, so no worries.
Yeah, we're just gonna shoot at Echo. This is why we.
Spin that transponder, yeah.
Okay, just remove the.
Yep.
Just remove the standby. There you go.
So he stripped the standby.
Okay.
So got some value out of it.
All right.
I'm not sure if that standby was going to trigger off anything, but
Highly doubt it. He's got enough snipers. I'm sure he doesn't care too much about standby here and there.
I guess that would allow his scouts to climb up on a building and get a really big shot off with the standby stripped, but not sure that's what he wants to do.
That's a lot of clones looking down on you if you climb on top of that building.
Yep,
As a droid player, I can tell you right now, white saves, don't save.
they crumble.
I sure do.
Yep. I mean, I feel your
He is
pain
gonna
as an Ewok
show-
player. What is a save?
What's a save?
What's a save? I have no idea what that is.
Well, that's what I've always heard from you B1 guys and now the Ewok guys. It's like, I like it because I never expect anything. And when it happens, it just feels good. There's never a feels bad when you roll
right.
your blocks for those guys.
I don't have to expect that I'm going to roll 66% and then roll 40 or
Did I
whatever
not put them on the
Yeah.
chamber?
and just lose more models than I anticipate.
You just expect to roll 0 and then
Yeah. It's like,
even
well,
though it's better than 0, obviously, but
Probably
Yeah,
why
yeah.
I can't get
Yeah, it
behind
should
the
be
Church
five.
of Danger Sense for Rebels.
yeah.
Where he is?
What's another white defense style?
Drop him. Okay. Let me look on his table.
they're searching for a miniature.
He'll probably show up when I move everyone again.
Didn't Boyle take a wound, David?
Boyle took.
So when I think that was one other piece of attrition we missed.
Yeah.
I think Boyle took one wound.
He took another wound.
One
Yeah.
wound, turn 1.
That is so strange. I guess I lost him. Over
Yep, because it was a sniper pierce.
I had the unit leader at least. So I'm gonna just move Boyle.
Sure.
We'll trail a guy back here.
He thinks he lost a mini. I'm imagining it's in the clone ball. He's just not seeing it.
White armor.
That's usually what happens to me.
And then I will take a. I'm gonna put him over here. No, he needs to go back up here.
Have yet to play against Ewoks, but I imagine you have the same problem losing all your little teddy bears squads. They get mixed up.
Yeah. So what I do is I paint my bears, and they're all like the same. They're all the same fur color, which I guess they're all related.
So Koray pulls a core. Says Stormtrooper's going to go. Tyler, where are you from?
I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina, and part of a group called Crit to Block. We have a YouTube battle report channel.
Cool.
Okay. I've seen a lot of Crit to Block in the Game Uplink list.
Yeah.
There's several of you guys here.
Yep, several of us here.
So I wasn't familiar with you guys.
Yeah, best performing one with us today is Kentucky Dan. He's running Pike Spam.
Yes.
As he calls it, wholesome and...
yes, very wholesome list.
Very wholesome list.
So you guys have a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Okay. So Crit to Block.
Yep,
and is
Crit
it
to Block.
just talk Star Wars Legion? Or?
Yep, just Legion. That's
Cool.
all we do.
Awesome.
Sweet. So there's the plug, guys. Go check out Crit to Block.
Stack time. It's a core. So they've already activated, right?
Say again?
They've activated.
Yes, correct.
Neither of them activated.
Neither of them have activated. Correct.
So I'm gonna go speed 1.
Cool. Hop over.
Here it goes. The Great Migration.
Checking to see which one will get him where he needs to go, whether that's a speed 2 or a speed 1. Technically not legal to do this, but it's not a big deal.
Oh, the two types of measurement tools. At the same time.
it's not a big deal. Someone's going to point it out. just you can always rely on someone in the chat to point it out.
Without fail.
Yes.
Wait, this is big news for me. Kentucky Dan's not a Kentuckian?
No, he's not.
Okay,
he went to school in Kentucky, I think.
Oh, that's really good news. So, because I live in Kentucky, and I'm trying to be the best player in Kentucky, and
Well,
Kentucky
you're still
Dan
a
has
shoo-in.
been. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I'm still up there.
Yeah.
So Tyler Carnes is giving me a run for my money.
Now, there is an Alabama Dan somewhere out there. I don't know if he's from Alabama, but...
I actually, my brother's named Dan. He told me that every state has a guy named Dan.
I believe it.
Yeah, I believe them too. Actually, okay. All right, dad jokes. They're my favorite.
Put them like that. And the rest of the boyos are going to...
Michael
Yeah,
Smith, that looks to be the case here.
That's the plan, right? That's like what kind of has to happen. Or, of course, there's a chance you tie someone up and keep them from being able to get in.
And then I'm going to rifle.
But yeah, he's 2 activations down just by nature of Army-less.
Where's Padme?
I'll take the hollow.
You might have to hear the guide farther.
Now, did they call those low walls
but
heavy cover?
That's fine.
Or
Yeah,
light?
I won't sweat that
I
one.
think
That's
it's
fair.
heavy.
Right there. Yep.
Oh,
so
those
they'll take
scouts
the
are having
hollow.
a great time.
Hollow?
Yeah, the scouts are
All
loving it.
right. Let me take a look.
The rare heavy cover open terrain, right?
Yeah.
You don't
Actually,
usually
yeah.
classify it that way.
You really don't see that very often.
Well, I love Kentucky Dan too. Now that I know he doesn't live in Kentucky.
We'll probably just double move.
Okay.
It's just an imposter, really. Yeah.
1, 2, go grab this box.
Okay.
Wait, let me look on the other side.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, they're good there.
And I'm freaking out. I
Actually
can't find where my
amazed at
boil
the,
went.
lack of Shadow Collector representation in this tournament.
I feel like it's been like that at many of the tournaments.
Yeah, I feel like Shadow Collective kind of fell off a cliff, especially once Black Sun got nerfed.
Oh, that's true.
I think it's less. My take is it's less about the Black Sun nerf and more about the buses being pretty ineffective in the meta right now.
Yeah.
Because the buses are such a pivotal part to so many Shadowless.
I
That's
feel like
kind of
the maul kind of nerfs to choke and also to
nerf the choke. It kind of all adds in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, like we can't forget that Maul getting hit by the deflect nerf. And like that was one of his big ways to stay alive in Melee was the deflect, and now he was already kind of fragile, and now he just was even more fragile. He's like, he's one of the glassiest of the Force users. He's just so fragile.
Joel asked, "Did Tyler bring his cooler?" You might know what that means.
Oh, I know what. Wait, repeat that again.
Joel asked, "Did Tyler bring his cooler?"
I did not bring the cooler, Joel. The MTT beer cooler did not make it.
So you can
to
see
Move over there and just
because
basically
it's
see that
large
bike
and
down this-
heavy.
Yep.
down this lane.
Yeah, couldn't hide them all the way.
How long of a drive was it for you? Or did you
6 hours.
6 hour drive?
Yeah, about
That's
6
not bad.
hours.
That's not bad, yeah.
Not terrible.
It's doable.
And just
Oh yeah.
See what I can hit.
Roll 98, 290 crits.
I would love it. I would love it. Nothing.
Nothing.
Don't even sweat it.
All right.
So as we're talking and ignoring the game, we had another scout just try to
Yep.
pop a sniper shot without a name.
All right, on to the bag. I got the Pike Capo.
Tyler, your B1 hat or mask or
Nathan Morgan, you have it, sir. I am making a second one with the Bluetooth speaker built in,
Yes.
though, so that'll be
Yeah.
great.
Okay, I appreciate it.
I
Thank you.
can't wait to annoy my opponents by just playing Roger Roger repeatedly.
David, can you answer that? Where does the terrain come? There's
So
many sources.
Many sources, but for frontline events, there's an inventory that travels around the country on a pallet. For this event, it was Nick Bodnar who has a lot of terrain resources, and then Imperial Terrain. John Brader does a lot of the tables. This table is actually one of John's tables. But for home games, a lot of people just 3D print their own, or they just make stuff out of cardboard tubes or box inserts or foam. There's all kinds of ways to make terrain at home. But 3D printing is honestly the most aesthetic way.
It really is.
All right, now not too much has been going on, but let's see if I think it's going to start ramping up turn 3.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think scouts are going to start getting shot. He's going to have to start making trades. I'm sure they hear everything I say over here.
No, they're fine.
Actually, I couldn't hear you guys at all.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
That's,
We were afraid that people would just be able to hear whatever we said.
No, I was too busy dodging.
All right,
Right.
we're gonna go with them.
Too busy taking outmaneuver dodges on your Magna Guard.
Yeah, it took a lot of effort, concentration.
my favorite moment. I reveled in your opponent's face when you rolled one suppression off Dooku, and they're like, all right, he gets one action. I'll just recover. And he was like, all that work.
Yeah, recovering
All
that
that
field
work.
scanner was
Yeah.
also just
And then
clutch.
I haven't really seen field scanners used more than once in a game. Like, typically,
Yeah.
units don't recover that get field scanner
It's true.
most of the time. So the fact that you're able to, field scan 4 or 5 times, that's pretty sweet.
It was
Boil
pretty clutch.
floating around. I think I lost my boil, and I may have left him here yesterday at one of the back tables. Thank you.
Oh, no. He's not lost in the clone ball. He's lost.
I don't think I could do that.
I believe that is 2 squads of scouts, Michael.
So it's Timothy Keel, I guess from Switzerland. He asks, how much prize money is at Adepticon 24?
I don't
Because he needs to win it back in order to pay for his plane ticket out there.
I don't know. I actually don't know if there is a cash prize at Adepticon. I have no clue.
Timothy, all I ask is don't fly out, and the only way to get back home is if you win the tournament.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that to yourself.
I don't want to see you stranded in Chicago.
Yeah.
Definitely, it's a 5-man squad.
No one's turned one in. The only model that's been turned in is a T series.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. But I have an extra model if you want to.
Okay, thank you. So then we'll just move here. So
What's the tournament rule book? I think if your mini is lost, then it counts as it being dead, right?
I don't know.
I'm just
Sounds fair
joking.
and balanced to me.
Sounds like he's one model down, though.
hiding, dude. He says, I don't want to take shots for the rest of my clone boys.
Some
All right, so he is scooting up the right side of the board,
So they just don't move.
presumably avoiding these bikes from getting big shots off.
Yeah.
But he still has to find 2 units to get it to knock down.
I mean, there's some close scouts he could start working on.
Oh no, yeah, we figured Timothy. Yeah, we're just joking.
Yeah, I mean, on the other end of it, you know, I'd love to go to Europe and stream European tournaments as well as U.S. tournaments. But yeah, like you say, traveling overseas is not cheap. And then on top of that, making sure you have all the power adapters you need, and like, you know,
take a dodge.
getting all the accommodation and currency exchange and all that. It really is an investment.
So you have left just the bikes and them?
Bike, them, I believe that's
And
it.
is Stormed? No, they've already moved.
Yeah, that's it. Bike and scouts. Yeah.
All right.
So I think it's time for Anakin to go.
What command cards have been played so far on the clone player side?
So-
Just the 3-pip and the 2-pip for Anakin.
three.
Kind of the
So-
normal start.
The
Yeah.
typical build up.
Yeah.
Get that support tech out there.
Oh no, he might actually he has 2 activations remaining.
No, I'm just sorry. So I haven't pulled them yet, so I'm just thinking if I want to pull it.
Yeah, Michael, that's 2 squads of scouts on the right side on that building. So I would imagine that's what Sam is eyeing, is the two guys he's going to try to kill.
Right,
It's
because
the easiest
that's
for
what we're saying about the plan, his game plan, right? He has to kill 2 and break through with all 9 units.
Yep. And then it'll be a 9-9.
Right.
And he'd obviously be up on kill points.
Win on kill points, yeah.
That's, you know, so many variables, but that's the simple, kind of the simple breakdown of what he's looking to do. So AJST is, I don't know what the offer is, David, but he's saying he's going to take care of you if you come up there and stream.
To come to the UK?
Yeah,
and
go,
stream
head over to
Milton
the UK.
Keynes GT.
Yep.
And I've wanted to visit England for a long time. I am actually, my heritage is, I'm Welsh, so if I go to England, I would totally visit Wales too.
Be a great trip.
And take a dodge. This squad's done.
Sounds good.
So you see some bikes turned around, so he's definitely not in a hurry to get down there and shoot clones and just get a bike destroyed.
Yeah.
Because right now he's up 2 activations for scoring. So you got to leverage that while you
Just
can.
retreat them all and start running to the other side.
That would be scattered.
That would be scattered,
Because
yeah.
then you can place your base on top of one and bounce.
Oh, God.
Because you can overlap it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
The only thing, because climb would require an obstacle.
That's
The thing is those scouts are no joke. So if they're able to hunker down and just kill 1 unit on their way out, then now it's back in
Yeah.
in Koray's favor. So Sam has to kill those 2 units and not lose a unit himself.
which stance, sorry?
Defensive.
Okay, got it. Understood.
All right, now Anakin's going.
Actually, I think I'm just going to jump him up to here.
Cool.
And then he's going to take dodge action for 2 dodges.
Dodge.
Okay, so he's jumping on the building. He is exposed. 1 scout remaining. Did he jump on the building?
No, he jumped behind it. He's still
Oh, okay.
mostly behind it.
Okay, I misheard him. I thought he was looking to be on the building and potentially like dive into some scouts next turn.
Yeah. I wonder if he's just going to pull his scouts and just go to the other side for breakthrough. It's all he needs to do.
Yep.
Sam definitely worried that this big piercing scout shot is going to be bad. He was saying that, he was saying to Koray something was going to die at the end of the turn. He was just afraid of the scout shot coming in with a 10 black and pierce 1. It's a pretty tough attack pool to get out of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've had a good mix of tables, I think, so far on stream. This one is kind of more of that cityscape with the buildings, and you know, old Wookiees would have loved this map.
Oh,
Absolutely.
would have had a heyday on this.
New Wookiees don't love any maps because they don't play any maps.
Because they're not played.
Because they're not played.
Scale is just not a thing anymore.
Hey there, Ethan. The format is 6 rounds, then it cuts to top 8. So there will be 3 rounds.
Oh, sorry, I do get a
tomorrow,
suppression on
single
Anakin,
elimination.
because I did not make an attack.
That's fair. That's fine. Do you have
Flame
endurance?
spiders would have been
I do not.
fun on this map.
Oh yeah.
So Koray is just taking his time on this scout. Is that what's happening?
Yeah,
This
he's
last scout squad.
he's trying to figure out whether he wants to dive or not.
Climb over the building, take a shot. Is that what he's looking at?
Possibly, or just move backward. Yeah, he might climb up and shoot, yeah. But he says I'd have to go pretty far to get the range too.
If you can't get the range 2, there's no way it'd be worth it.
Yeah. He was thinking about diving in with the scout, taking the big shots into Anakin, but not. He says I'm going to stick with my original plan and just back up, which is smart. I mean, that just lures it just lures the clones closer to him, so he can get those range 2 shots. Double move and end of round 2. So that was a pretty big decision point whether he was going to commit those scouts to attacking or not, but ultimately continuing his reserved stance here and not diving with the scouts into an Anakin ball.
That's the safe play because, like, how often, if he moves forward and he gets a big attack and he kills a few clones, it's probably worth it. But if he moves forward and rolls 5 surges that don't convert, now he's just lost the unit for nothing.
Yeah, exactly. He'll just feed a unit, and then it's like now it's 9 to 10. I've lost a unit, and I don't have any plans to kill an enemy unit anymore. It's not even close.
Notice I didn't say blanks because my scouts always roll surges just to make it just salt in the wound. Yeah.
Every special forces that doesn't surge just rolls a ton of surges. So while we're getting set up here for turn 3, just want to say welcome into everybody new here in the stream as we're watching Koray Satili piloting Tempest Force versus Sam McHenry piloting Anakin Padme with Pykes and a Capo. And thanks, guys, so much for tuning in. You're watching Yavin Base. Visit us on Patreon, patreon.com/YavinBase. You can also follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/endless5055.
Oh, wow.
Double standing orders, turn 3. Neither side wanting to go first.
All right.
The roll-off you don't want to
Yes,
win.
yeah, it's a
me,
forfeit
so
roll-off.
I'm on shield. I almost forgot. It's you. You get to go first.
Clones
give it to
get to go
Anakin.
first.
That's exactly what
I'll
Koray
give it
wanted.
to.
And then I'll give him a dodge.
Who do I want to give this to? I'll give it to the scout. I'm pretty sure. Let me just take a look. Yeah, we'll give it to that scout.
And then the capo will aid its...
So with clones going first, that guarantees, well, I won't say guarantees because units can die, but Koray will get last 2 activations.
Yeah.
So I will, first thing I'll do is I'll pass.
Kind of figured. Nice.
I wish I got the double pass by going second, but yeah.
Right.
Yeah, good point, Timothy. The crit guns feel so much better when it's enabling, when they don't surge, they don't convert surges in the first place. It's so much more value.
I feel like Imperial Remnant is like a sleeper. I think people are sleeping on it. Because think of it this way, right? If I've got 10 activations, I'm generating 9 tokens around because I've got the Remnant special rule.
Take a move.
So over the course of the game, I'm generating 50 tokens.
I don't know.
Like, seems good.
More tokens is always
Just
good.
free tokens. I got 50 free tokens over the course of the game if I keep everything alive.
Move over there. There you go. They're done.
And I can take Dark Troopers.
So if I'm Koray, I do want my bikes to shoot at some point, obviously.
Yeah.
If you do it on the correct turn, maybe it's turn 4 is the right turn.
Turn 4. I think he's going to go for the long edge, coming around the back of that building, and then if they
find
take
a
fire,
shot.
he can easily skate back into the building.
Sam won't have the turns remaining to turn around and shoot them.
No, he's
if he
gotta
waits
start.
for turn 4.
He's got to start moving.
Yeah. So the bikes, they could be exposed, but it's like, you can shoot me if you want, but that means you're not scoring. Yeah.
He's just going to shoot them while they run.
All right, I'll pull. Special 4.
We saw an RPS double move there. Don't mind the toddler running by.
Sound effects.
Yes.
So the other thing is Koray, although he probably can't, those 2 scouts that are in the top right, he probably can't run up to the left and back down and still score. He can't go all the way around. He could just run as far away from the clones. If he just keeps them alive, he wins.
Basically.
He could just run them away.
There's not much of
And
a
do it
fire
that way.
lane, though, with that arch in between those 2 buildings the clones are hiding behind. So I wonder if he can last them both. He could just maybe
And
get
just
to the
scoot
other
away.
side. Yeah,
He might be able to get around and still score.
I think he could do it.
Yeah. There's still. Are we on turn 3? We are.
Yeah, we're on turn 3 already.
He's got the room to do it.
He's got the room to do it, being on turn 3 for sure.
Yeah.
So that'd be interesting to see if he wants to try to fight back and kill a clone squad before they go down, or
play it safe.
just run.
Yeah, like I was thinking just now, is Koray's plan now to just retreat because he's got more activations?
Yeah, that's exactly what we're saying with those 2 scouts. We're going to find out at the end of this turn, I think.
Yeah.
Yep. They'll have to have things set up by the end of this turn. Black dice.
No natty crit there.
All right, go to the stack. It's another core.
Yep.
I think we'll go here. Move.
Double move.
Double move.
Yeah, so we see the clone ball swinging into action here, just double moving with a lot of his units now. Knowing that breakthrough is the objective, having to move out.
I think
All right, I'm going to pull.
Yep.
Pull. This is an awkward thing to move on.
Yeah. I would say you could just move over normally. I think your silhouette is
Can I
high.
st-
Yeah.
Oh, cool, they can
Yeah.
stay.
I mean, I was over here.
Gotcha,
As
yeah.
long as they give you a mouse.
Goes hanging out again.
I don't know about how well trained those storms are, but that would definitely be a difficult terrain in real life for me.
Yeah.
Like that dome, like I would slip. I would slip
Agreed.
several times before I got up.
Agreed.
But Sam graciously just says that you can move full speed.
Yeah, just to avoid any prolonged
It's a
discussion.
capo.
In terms of overall clock pressure, I would say that the clock pressure is on Sam.
He needs he needs all the turns.
He needs all the time.
Yeah.
He has to make everything happen.
Yeah, I think this turn is the turn for Anakin to position aggressively, if that's what he plans on doing. At the end of this round. Yeah, he'll get last 2 activations, but I think he could do it in a safe-ish manner up against that building and say, hey, I have the option of diving your scouts, like really going hard next turn. But I think it all depends on how Koray, what he does with those 2 scouts in the corner.
Let me think here what a Kappa wants to do. So those bikes are evil, and you got 2 guys over here left. One dodge on Anakin. Yeah, I'll do that. So the Kappa?
Command card that gives disengage. What is this?
That's the Tempest Force 2-pip.
Oh,
yeah.
There's a thing? There's a thing I don't know about. Okay.
It's a Tempest Force 2. It gives us infantry disengage.
That's him?
Okay.
He does.
It's the better version of the Super Tech card that gives something similar.
Bite.
There we go.
Aha. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, it's similar to preservation protocols in a way.
Oh, actually, never mind. It's only 2 trooper units. Okay, I take it back. It's not better. Just really simple.
Yeah. Disengage would be very bad for if Anakin dove in.
So, what do I do?
Bad for Anakin, that is.
Yeah, yeah.
Compulsory to here.
Especially
Then
those
just,
spikes
slide
able to
up.
bear down.
Slide it on up to like there.
Sounds good.
Oh, cool. That's
Perfect.
That works.
I mean, at some point, you gotta put something in harm's way to get work done.
You do.
So,
And then at that point, it's the dice. And
yeah.
whatever defensive tech you can stack up.
So bike shot here into some
you've
pikes.
got heavy, so I'll remove 2.
I'll dodge 1 here.
Dodge 1, so 1 save.
And I'll just roll for that, I think. Take one.
Takes
Well,
1.
pikes do take it, even with Danger Sense 1.
They
So
couldn't sit-
instead of sharing a dodge from Anakin or Padme, he chose to roll against 1 hit with Danger Sense 1.
Yeah,
I would have made the same call.
I think
personally.
he was out of dodges actually.
Oh,
to
was-
share. Yeah.
Okay, I thought he has 1, but regardless, I still may have just rolled it.
Yeah, because you still have a pretty decent chance of getting that single save.
You know, another path to victory for Koray might be to keep those pikes suppressed the rest of this game. Reduce their movement.
Right.
Unless you're
But
running
don't forget the storms don't remove suppression at the end of the round.
Oh, that's right.
So he could catch Koray off guard by throwing a couple suppression down, turn 5 or something, and he's thinking he's going to double move in, and now he doesn't get to.
Ooh, that's true.
It's a possibility.
That's true.
And I believe the scouts only remove a suppression if they're within range 3 of their commander. Yeah, right, Panzer. It's obviously not, doesn't do everything the same, but the disengage 2-pip into 2 units is similar.
Judge Dave with the 1 hour remaining call.
Oh, so just scoop, just tuck back.
Yeah, we're just tucking the boys back.
Sounds good. All right, while you do that,
I think they're moving pretty well. I think they'll probably get to turn 6 if they keep up the pace, but if it gets really, really tense for a round, it could slow down. They have comms, but my understanding it's an and. Like you have to have the comms and you have to be within range 3 of the commander. Is that not? Do I not understand the Tempest rule?
All right. Hey, it's not bad.
That's how
Yeah.
Koray explained it to me yesterday.
You got a guy right there. a little repair crew for
Yeah,
the boys over there.
I might as well use it for fun.
So
Yeah, they have to be in command range
So we're gonna
with the transponder.
with the transponder.
Okay, so
equipped.
it's
hop
it's
over
both.
that,
Okay.
Go repair my 1 off the bike.
Yeah, it's not an. Unless we're all understanding it wrong, it's not an or, John. It's an and. You have to have both. Be in range and have the upgrade.
A bike, them, and then both those guys. All right. All right, I'm gonna go in the bag.
Sure.
It's another core. So I still have the DC-15 squad, and then the guys back here. We still have a full. Yeah, I'm really scared of those. These guys over there.
They throw 10 dice.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been updated. Okay, I didn't realize it was an update.
Okay.
Because we're reading the article.
So I'm reading it straight off the official website's Tempest rules.
Yeah, off the website. Yeah, I'm reading it off the article.
That would make sense because I played my opponent and he said it's an or.
That's bizarre to me.
This was about a couple weeks ago. There was a forum ruling. Okay. All right. Well, I'll take your guys' word on it.
Do. And then here.
It's not really ambiguous. It says and. I could see them updating it, but I don't know. The rules is pretty clear to me. Friendly commander and do not have an upgrade. But anyway.
All right. I'm going to pull while you're doing that.
Okay.
Special force.
Close-in shot of the clone ball here, moving forward towards that deployment zone of Koray. Going to encounter a scout squad on their way to that destination.
Throw out a really popular quote. It's a trap.
They clarified it or they changed it? Okay, I'll stop.
Yeah,
Everything but the DC-15 squad, purple base.
Got it. Is the DC-15 6-man?
Yes, they're both 6-man.
Okay, cool. All right. Got it.
And then I have Padme, Echo.
Oh, yeah, you moved double the RPS, right?
Yeah, I double moved everyone pretty much this year.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so
yeah,
them.
because I
and
had
these
no
three back
idea
here.
it was an or.
That's good.
Then again, I've never played against the Tempest Force, so I wouldn't have the opportunity to know.
So that being said, the Storms can remove suppression if they're within range 3 of the commander. That's what it sounds like.
Yes.
So that suppression technique tactic may not work out.
Yeah, that might not be a way. Does Koray know about the update? I don't know. I'm not going to ask him.
Yeah, and I'm not going to ask him mid-game.
Scouts.
Okay.
We're just going to move over there and take a pot shot at some Pykes.
Okay. The green ones or the golden boys?
Oh, did the one I...
This is also the capo. It's the capo
Can I
green.
see the one that I've been shooting at? Or?
Possibly. I'm sorry, this is yours. I stole that. I apologize.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think the only one you could
shoot it-
possibly
I'll shoot
see
it
is a
Boyle.
cap. Say? The golden one here?
No, I'll just shoot a Boyle.
Oh, Boyle, okay.
Just down the line. Yeah, I changed targets. Okay.
Sniper into Boyle.
One crit.
All right.
Pierce
I'm just going to bury that.
Yep, barrier.
Force barrier. Force barrier are there to ruin your day.
Yep, got the force barrier on the Pierce shot.
Question for Boyle.
That's what you do.
That's why I run it.
It's like catching a baseball in the outfield. It's
Barrier is down now, unfortunately.
like, oh, that was a really good hit, and then it's like, nope.
You think I go with Anakin? Let me just check, see if I want to actually do that. She would kind of be in the open here. These bikes have yet to go, right?
Yeah, they have not gone.
You have to double move to get him out of cover. Okay.
Let me know if you want me to hold anything.
Yeah, I don't want to be hit by a range 2 shot with Anakin by that.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm not going to go with Anakin at this time.
Okay.
It's a DC 15 squad.
Yep, sure is.
So you just have these 2 guys. And then... Okay. Let's make this game interesting, I think. I think if I put... So I will move them.
Sure.
So I'm going to grab the not leader. Because I believe if I put him...
Sam says he's going to make it interesting. We'll let the viewers decide whether this is interesting or not. Well, yesterday on stream, somebody goes, this is going to be a crazy play. And it's just like, move and shoot. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you measure with a silhouette and you can't actually
these tall
see.
buildings are coming.
Oh, okay. He's not going to be able to see him.
So instead, they're going to like pull back to here.
Yeah.
And so grab them all. You have to do a speed 1 over that. Here. Potentially snipe a guy outside of range 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here 1 guy all the way up. So even if you
You
move,
want to hold anything?
I'm going to tuck him in here too. Well, I guess range doesn't matter. Okay, so instead I'm not going to go as far up. I'm going to make it so...
Sure.
I'm going to take a standby.
All right, stand by. Got it. I'm going to pull.
Yep, almost.
Speeder bike. That should be my last bike. Yep. All right.
You can't say this is where the fun begins before the 1-pip is played. That's got to be on his 1-pip turn.
I think you take 2 suppression for doing that.
Thematic penalty, 2 suppression on Anakin.
I'll allow it.
So this has kind of been a tough positional game for both players, daring each other to move out and try to get something accomplished here.
All right.
Not a lot of dice being rolled.
All right, since we're still explaining the Tempest rules here, what if an Ewok steals the comms upgrade? What's the ruling then? Get on the forums, let me know.
All right, so what do you have left? Padme, Anakin,
And Echo.
Echo. Cool.
I think the play here is to send those bikes after Padme. He's got barrier down.
We're going to compulsory up.
No, I believe Ewoks can steal comms, gear, and heavy weapons. I could be wrong.
No, I think that's correct. I should know I play Ewoks, but I don't really run Insatiable Curiosity.
How many wounds does that one Pike squad have?
Everyone has. They all started at 6, so he's down to 5. The green is at 5. The golden has 2 dodges and is at 6.
Well, in a world where and means or, Panzer, your guess is as good as mine.
Okay.
Because I don't think I can get range of the other guy. We really want.
Yeah, both of the squads are here, so you have a range of. Are you talking about purple?
Yeah, actually.
You have to move to the purple.
Can you just hold this up? I think I need to shoot that standby off. I'm shooting that standby off. Yeah, let's do it. It's fine.
I think he has to come up just a tad.
Oh, sure. Oh, all right. My bad. My perspective is like not great. Okay.
Just gonna slide him. Just that's okay. I mean a little bit. Just a little bit back. Yeah, that's good.
All right.
Okay.
Sure.
Hey, only one Ewok ever stole anything. Everybody else is just trying to get their stuff back.
Okay.
So, actually, I think they're still in the open, but just for future.
Oh. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's still the open shot, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, Ewoks don't use the weapons they steal; they just discard.
Oh, it's not comms. Okay. Never mind.
I could see.
Oops. Yeah, I'll dodge one. Dodge the crit. I'm going to.
Are you at range 2?
Oh, you are right.
Sorry.
That was a mistake. Okay, then I will.
So a bike just stripped a standby here.
Well, that was good. And then the squad will roll 3. I will spend no one's surge. I lose 2.
Which if he's stripping
Ouch.
this standby, he must be thinking about the scouts coming on the building and shooting.
Oh, yeah. Try
Right?
to finish
Like,
off
that's my thought.
activation.
Yeah.
So he just
Sam
killed
Sam
2
is
clones there.
dominating. Zach McHenry, Sam McHenry. Okay, all right. A little bias there, Zach. Maybe.
Defensive stance.
We'll just
Defensive. Got it.
Yeah.
assume.
So Anakin stays in defensive stance.
So just to review
Okay.
what happened there was Sam unfortunately mispositioned Anakin slightly,
Dodges.
and so the squad that was being shot by the bike could not share a surge, and he lost 1 clone that he didn't need to lose because of that misposition.
Yeah, and they had a standby.
Right, they
So
also had the standby.
That's what Koray was primarily stripping.
Right, but he got a bonus of 2 clone bodies as well.
That's right. And again, I feel like you only are concerned with stripping that standby if you plan on coming on top of the building. With
Yeah,
the scouts.
he may be just going to go trade.
Oh, yeah. Just measuring out a little bit.
If the 2 scouts can trade for 1 clone, that puts the math in Koray's favor.
Yeah.
By 2 for 1, I mean the units themselves.
Yeah. Those 2 scouts have the dice pull and the pierce to pull it off.
They definitely can do
They
it.
sure can.
And they have transponders online. And they have a targeting scope and a
He hasn't
rangefinder.
even triggered the transponders yet.
I don't think so. Not on these guys.
Anakin will get a suppression if you do not make an attack.
That's fair. All right. Thank you.
Ooh, Anakin with a suppression. So now that kind of baits you. Do you want to shoot him again and put a second one on there?
Right, do you want to flaw him?
To flaw him.
Because he doesn't have endurance, does he?
No, he does not.
I feel like you stick to taking out the clone bodies.
Yeah, I think so too. I think
Bring it to a numbers game.
I think you're trying to trade your scouts for a more expensive clone unit.
Agreed.
Yeah. All right. She's done.
All right, back to the stack. It's Padme.
Sure.
This is the turn where he's vulnerable, where Sam is a little bit vulnerable. Because he's having to move instead of tokening up.
My guess is Koray knows about the Tempest rules. I heard he explained how the transponders still count even if they're expended, so he definitely knew some of the nuances of the rule. So I'd be surprised if he wasn't up to speed.
Padme took a shot at the speeder bikes, only did 1 wound there, and now moved behind the building. So she and Anakin are a little bit out of sync now.
So we have another unbiased viewer who thinks Sam is dominating.
Yes.
Melissa McHenry. So potentially a family affair here.
I think it's always cool when people's families come into chat and root for their teammate or their relationship. The people they're related to. I
I
can
just have
talk.
Echo in the bag.
Words be hard.
Yes, words be hard. We're gonna cast 9 games. This is game 4, so who knows where we'll be by the end of this tournament.
Well, their support is a lot more positive than my dad. My dad just hopped in chat and just trolled and just talked nonsense.
That's welcome too.
Yeah, Echo.
I didn't even know he knew how to get on Twitch, to be honest. But he made it on there and then he just trolled.
This is when you were doing India Open?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
How important is that second? Or the?
How
Okay.
important is that?
I think we'll just do this.
Sure.
So we'll just move up.
First dodge, yes. but
I
what
want to
about
stay at
second
range
dodge?
2. So I won't be able to clear Anakin. So we'll just move like this, as far as I can. Over here, this Boyo.
So Boyle, I think, is down to 2 or 3 minis.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Just put him far away. Then I'll take a range 2 shot. I believe you'll probably have heavy cover down to light.
Yep.
Sharpshooter 1. I have an aim from my movement.
So this is Echo Strike.
Echo going into the bikes.
I'll spin that on Pierce, so it'll be 2 Pierce 1 on that bike.
To try to remove a bike model. And
he gets it.
1 month.
Not
And
sure.
then I am out.
that's enough.
You're out. Yeah.
Time to pull that bike
It looks like
back.
he got 1 block, 1 surge, so
Yeah, that one-
the one goes through.
Right.
Oh no, he must have double blocked.
No. He lost that bike model.
Yeah,
he
but
was,
Pierce won.
Yeah, Pierce
so
won.
That's what did it. I think he. I
Yeah.
think
like
he.
a blank and a surge, right?
I didn't see the second. Regardless, the bike died. It's just a question of whether the other one has 1 wound now.
I don't see a wound token in
No, I don't think it has another
So
one.
okay, he must have double blocked.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the thing about these scouts coming on the building, excuse me, he has last 2 activations this round,
Yeah,
so they get to shoot freely,
they're gonna.
and then at least one of them should get a full shot off the next turn as well.
Yeah, that's gonna be a nasty setup.
Yeah, that higher activation count really paying off for Koray.
It's definitely the most terrifying version of Tempest Force I've seen.
As Koray titled his list, I want to see Tempest Force, the real Tempest Force.
Yeah, and I think Sam had a nice title for his too, didn't he?
Yeah,
He did.
It was
Something about Padme.
Padme
sitting
and
in the
Anakin
tree.
sitting in a tree.
Yeah, FISHING.
Fishing.
Yeah. Anyway. Oh, now Leah's in here. Okay, now I'm starting to think it's one person in the family cycling through all the family YouTube accounts. That's where I'm gonna put my money.
You want to have a fun game or a boring game?
Oh,
Koray thinking hard.
I want to win, so I'm not,
I know. I'm just playing. All right,
we're not
so,
gonna.
Let's.
So Koray asking his opponent, are we going to have a fun game or a boring game?
What does Anakin have on him?
Say again?
How many dodges does he have?
3.
Rough.
So many
Okay.
dodges.
Yeah. Defensive stance.
It's good.
Sorry. This is,
No, you're good?
yeah, one sec.
Koray really pondering this decision because this is a turning point in the game right here. And he wants to make sure he gets it right. But he is tanking quite a bit on the timeline here. He's
Almost wonder if you split fire to send your Pierce high velocity shots into a weak.
And we're now sub 40 minutes remaining, so we may not get around 6 because both players are fully activating.
Yeah, it may just be around 5.
It may be around 5, yeah, and that would hugely favor Koray.
Because if I do that.
So one thing I think he's been maybe, I'm nitpicking here, but those stormtroopers that are on the far left side, like he has HH-12s. Like, why not sit them on the outskirts and maybe pop a couple rockets and, like, it's not that much of a risk.
Just for the
really.
extra suppression, yeah.
Extra suppression, maybe you roll a crit, maybe you kill a clone.
Maybe.
Yeah, right. What am I doing here?
Regardless, they're just scoring. They're not
letting
going to
fate
be
decide?
contributing.
Yeah.
He rolled the dice to decide his decision.
Oh my gosh.
You said what?
He rolled a red dice to decide whether he goes in or not. And he's rolled a blank, and so I think that means he is not going to go in.
It means retreat. The safe play.
Wow. What a way to decide.
I mean, if you really can't decide, and you need to push yourself over the cliff to make a choice, like that's one way to do it.
And I get it because really both ways have merit. You know, they really do. Because I have last 2 activations, when I'm 50-50, I don't roll a dice. I go with the more fun option. That's my tiebreaker. So I probably would have went on the building just because I've been like,
Then again, he'll get a shot at them once they cross past that building to score. He's got the range. I don't know.
Was that a double move or is that a?
Yeah, it was a double move.
Okay.
Now, for better or for worse, that decision took quite a bit of clock time.
Now, going with this plan of running, that should speed up the future rounds because there'll be less target selection and more just like, well, here's my option. I'm running this way. You're gonna shoot me and hope you kill me.
In my heart, I think he should have committed to his
gut,
to his gut feeling and gone in. But again, he doesn't want to face the 3 dodges. This is the standby Tempest Force card.
And he had barrier up still.
It was a lot of dodges and barrier. Yep.
So just to read out what Tempest Force 3-pip does. When a unit is at range, when you use it as an order with this card, it gains 1 aim token for each enemy unit at range 1. If it did not gain any aim tokens, it gains a standby token.
So that's 3 units that potentially get a standby.
Yeah, so potentially 3 extra attacks.
Well, really, I think the move is 3 extra moves if he's able to. Like if he triggers it, he's going to keep running.
Yeah.
Probably.
You'll definitely keep him safe from Anakin. Which, it's probably safe from that anyways. Looks a good distance away.
As far
I
as
probably should have went first.
so he'll get a second aim. Oh, thank you. You're good. And I'm going to fire support. So heavy down to lights.
Go for it.
So 2 red, and I think you're at range 3 here.
So one of my favorite game
So I'm a black
effects is
and a
the
white.
free speed 1 off command
and then
cards.
3 more black,
So
and a red, critical 2 with 2 aims.
Did he already decide how
From the first
how he utilized those?
Here,
Yeah, he decided to use one
and
for
I'll
fire
spend
support.
one
Gotcha.
pierce. So 1 from cover. This converts, so it'll be 7 pierce 1 on that speeder bike. Cool.
7 pierce 1 on the bike.
So that's
kill
a
the
unit
bike
down.
model. That is going to be a unit down. Yeah, I don't think Koray rolls out of this.
Okay, so that's 1 unit down. So he doesn't have to kill 2 scouts.
No.
He only has to kill potentially one
it's
scout.
definitely dead.
Yeah, it's dead. Very rare that it wouldn't just die there.
Here,
Right.
back to you.
Yep.
Should have Sam fire support in there to make sure it died.
So now if he can keep one, whether he kills it or
Commander,
somehow ties it up, if he can keep 1 scout from scoring,
I think it's time to take
a ton of suppression can be just as effective as killing it.
I think it's time to take those scouts and just run to the other corner. He's still got the movement to do it.
Well, one of those 2 scouts would have to score now. So it's 11-9. Now it's 10-9. So one of the 2 scouts would have to score,
Yeah.
I believe, is the math. Because obviously Sam is up on tiebreakers, killing the bike squad.
So Boyles is going to go here.
Sam crab walking his way up the board with his clone ball, just trying to make sure he's got
Let me just
Boyle
make
in
sure
range
all
of everyone to do the
here.
Guardian thing.
Here.
I'm starting to believe the hype. I'm starting to believe that Sam is dominating.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
a little bit.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
Did turn the tide.
Moving it, obviously putting that bike up on the building
Killing that bike
was a
definitely
calculated risk. To me, that committed his scouts to doing the attack.
Right.
But apparently
I think
he
I think
still
he
feels
should've-
like he could have retreat.
I think he should have attacked, but then he has the risk of losing 3 units if he commits all those units.
Yeah, and then the game's just over.
Right, then the game is just over because the clone ball breaks through.
Take a dodge.
Okay. Go into the stairs.
All right, Travis, thanks for tuning
Hey,
back in.
Travis, thank you.
Okay. It's another core.
Yep.
I'm with Boyle, the AFA sound. So it's one of the. Oh, sorry. Do you mind if I do vigilance? Or not vigilance? The independent. So
That's fine, yeah.
the Pykes will just allocate their own.
That's fine. Yeah.
So I'll go with green. Mean green is going to come up to here. And then second move, we'll put them. Your leader's here.
Yeah.
So there are some doorways, archways, and windows in these buildings, but the players decided at the beginning of the game that you can't go into them and you can't shoot through them. So for all intents and purposes, the buildings are walled off and solid.
Speeder bike.
Oh, sorry. I had to rally. They only have 1 suppression.
That's fine.
Okay.
So now we can see how close the clone ball is to the board edge where they need to go. And it's several units are now coming within 2 moves of Koray's deployment zone.
We're just gonna tilt that. We're just gonna live there.
Okay. And they have.
I will take a dodge.
Okay.
Oh yeah, thank you. I couldn't see that.
Bag time. Oh, sorry. This was. They just went. Okay. Commander.
Yep.
Anakin isn't safe here, so I'm just gonna jump here,
Yeah.
and I will nothing to refresh. I'm gonna take 2 dodges.
That's fun.
50.
Special force. Go with.
So move dodge on Anakin, and I would say where Anakin's position right there, he's probably halfway up the board edge, so or to the scoring. So about range 2.
Yeah, he's going to need a few.
He'll probably need 3 moves still.
Probably need 3 moves.
You
yeah.
know, just to give you spacing, those clones, everybody right there at the bottom of that building will need at least 3 moves to get in.
Yeah.
Those scouts are going to go climb.
Imagine he last turn he runs everything into the corner, and he runs out of space to put his miniatures and can't fit in the last unit.
That'd be kind of funny.
That would be
That would be an
terrible
awful way to go.
miscalculation.
That'd be an awful way to go.
I think you could probably see all three of these guys through the arch. It's kind of hard to tell, but
Yeah, I could see these three.
yep, they're all different spots.
Maybe that. Yeah, they're all different.
So this is the capo here, and then the yellow squad and Echo.
All right, Edward, we hear you. I don't know what that acronym means. If you want to spell it out,
The capo? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm ignorant.
A variant of that. So he'll just gain a suppression.
So I think he rolled a crit there, and he was forced to barrier the crit.
Yeah.
So barrier is down.
Bag. It's Padme. Padme is going to come over here and then snuggle up next to Anakin.
Yep.
Okay.
So again, at this point with Sam killing one bike, he doesn't necessarily have to kill the scouts at the top of the map. He just has to slow them down and prevent them from scoring. So suppression can potentially get the job done.
Right.
Get on the suppression.
Okay. Did you roll, boy?
No, you pierce.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Sorry. You're right. It does pierce.
Yeah.
That was planned. Yes. All right. There you go.
All right, I'm going to the bag. It's a core, so this will be either RPS or Golden Boys.
Yep.
I'll go with the. I'm trying to. There he is. I'll just go up to here, and I will just take a dodge. Just like that. Okay.
26 minutes left in the round.
Appreciate it. Oh, sorry.
Around that y'all?
4.
Four.
Keep trying.
We're like almost. 4.
Yeah, and I think
So this round
There-
being played much faster than the previous rounds because the
with the retreat, and I kind of predicted there's so many units on the left side that you don't really need to think about.
right.
A lot of Sam's guys, they're just moving up and hiding in the building. So there's not a whole lot of
Yeah, not
intense thought with every maneuver here.
yeah, not a lot of interaction on this turn.
So hopefully that gets him to turn 6. So I've been playing Legion not for the longest, but for going close on 2 years now, right at 2 years. And in those 2 years, I've seen a merry-go-round of the factions all coming to the top, the cream of the crop. Every single faction. I mean, even to the point Shadow was the best faction there for about 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
The clones were so bad for so long, and it seems like right now, Anakin and clones is top of the meta. If not the best, they're up there.
I think that's 100% due to the Anakin changes
Last I have the capo.
when Anakin got buffed.
Rally.
Empire was at the bottom
Yep.
for a little while. Now they've been at the top for a long while.
In several ways.
Yeah. Rebels up and down. So yeah.
They're definitely going to make round 6, JD. There's about 25 minutes left. And they're finishing up round 4 right now.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be very surprising if they didn't make round 6, considering there's
You're out, you said?
Yes.
only a few decision points each round,
Yeah.
or between all the activations.
Yep. You have 9 activations, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Nine activations remaining for the Clone Ball. 10 remaining for Tempest Force since they lost a bike with no answer.
Yeah, I don't have any. I don't have
total
any.
of 6 of these guys. Okay.
I have none. No.
You have what?
I have just skinnies.
Okay.
One of the skinnies might be yours. I don't know if you have skinnies.
I do have a couple.
Yeah.
I've got a range 3.
So we got a few more results come in. Evan with we've been following Evan a little bit with Grievous. He's 3-1.
Awesome.
He notched another win, so he's still in it.
Excellent.
Nick Bodnar that we just had on stream yesterday beat Kentucky Dan.
Oh,
So he's now 4-0.
So the Rebels took down the Pykes there.
The
Shadow Pykes.
Wow.
Wow.
I see a couple other ones of note.
Any result from Kyle versus Mike?
Kyle versus Mike is not in yet.
Not in yet. Yeah, they're still playing.
Yeah.
So right now, Koray is measuring movement for his scouts to see if he can break them all through.
Let's go look at the time. Sorry.
Yep, no, it's all good.
I mean, assuming they get to turn 6, which we think they probably will.
Yeah, they probably will.
He easily can get them in.
Yeah.
Turn 5, he probably cannot. I think he needs turn 6.
He needs them to start moving them now.
Yeah, he needs to start going then. If
a lot of them have already
acted.
acted.
If he's going to do it, he just needs to do it.
The ones closer to the front edge of the building, I think, can double move in. But the ones near the back probably need 3 moves.
For sure.
But he still has to stop those scouts somehow. Because if those scouts have...
they're just running away now.
How are you going to stop them?
You can't backtrack.
You barely have room to shoot.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, he can't afford to start sending something back after those things.
Whatever shots you can afford to take, you take them and you hope for the best. Like, I don't know if there's really a more what's the word I'm looking for? Fancier plan than that. Like, it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Like, you pick one of the 2 squads, you put everything you can into them, and hope that you either slow them down or kill them.
The fact that they're both full squads, that's super heavy.
It's going to be
cover.
tough. Yeah.
Right. Full squads, low profile.
You can't do fire support setup at this point.
You can't because you're sacrificing too much movement.
You imagine Koray is going to prioritize first 2 activations with them next turn and get him out of dodge.
Get him out of there.
So you only get 2 attacks off on him.
And once he gets past that archway with the bikes, I mean, it's count the numbers at that point.
So entering round 5
so
now.
Positioning wise, because he didn't choose to come on the building and start shooting scouts this turn, I feel like Koray's looking pretty good for these last 2 turns. But we'll see what happens to these scouts.
Yeah, we'll just have to see.
Yeah. See if it's just going to be a put-in, so to speak.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just throwing this out there, but could Anakin jump over the building and come in and force push one back and like do his best to slow it down? I don't know if there's enough turns.
I don't think there's enough turns left for that. I think if he does that, he's sacrificing himself.
Yeah, and he'd have to, if he was able to do that and stop both of them somehow, which is very, very unlikely.
Right.
Then that would be worth it. But anyway, I'm just spitballing. I think it's pretty clear that he has to do something to those scouts. That's his only unit he'll be able to target.
Barrier.
And offensive, defensive stance.
I appreciate it. Thank you. All right.
Okay. You're trying to line up to see if he's going to get shot back.
Ready?
Yep.
What'd you play?
Assault.
Assault? Cool. Gotcha.
So he's playing We Need Reinforcements, which is the disengage card for the scouts.
Just disengage, right?
Yeah. Troopers gain disengage.
Trying to see if he's putting his We Need Reinforcements on his scouts.
Echo, Anakin, and...
But more importantly, unless we're not seeing something, this happened yesterday. We definitely missed something analyzing the objectives in that round 3 yesterday. But I think Koray really likes the priority here with the 2-pip, and he's going to just scoot these scouts out of dodge.
Yeah, you just get to run away. Like there's no reason not to.
We'll see if he gives the 2 orders to them.
He did.
Oh, he already did.
Yeah, he gave the 2 orders out.
Yep.
Yep. And flee.
Yep. Double move.
So maybe, because the bikes don't have order control, maybe you climb on the building, the ones that have at least the movement to be able to move and shoot one time, and you find a slim angle and you shoot into the bikes, hoping and maybe you get 3 or 4 shots off into them, hoping he doesn't draw the bikes. Because shooting the scouts almost seems ineffective. Unless you one-shot them, they just run away anyway.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yes, if it was possible, yes. I don't know if it's possible.
I don't know if he has enough units to shoot the bikes.
He doesn't. Yeah.
I think he can afford maybe 2 to 3 attacks.
Right, and Sam just even saying it right there. I've got to stop one thing from scoring and get all my stuff through. Yeah, he's realizing he might not be able to do that.
I didn't think the scouts could.
Oh, so I wonder if that was the miscalculation there.
Yeah, Sam's saying that he didn't realize those units were going to make it across the board.
I just thought the scouts would be
He said, and he specifically said, I didn't realize they hadn't activated yet.
Right.
So they had 3 turns
Can you put
to
a speed 1
move,
from
not
your
just
deployment
2.
zone, please?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
A speed 1 from your deployment zone, so I can see.
Speed 1 or range 1?
Range 1.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, Does this help you out?
He's trying to see where his units need to actually get to break in now. Koray is the Tempest Force player. And yes, it is 10 activations left for Empire, 9 activations left for Gar. Sam concluding that he needs to stop one thing from scoring, and he's trying to figure out if he can do that while breaking all of his own units through.
He doesn't have the movement.
I have to do that.
The pickles that he's in is he's moved so slowly up the board. He mostly needs to just move everything he has. He can't afford to shoot very much.
Yep, here comes Anakin. Anakin is going in for the aggressive play.
Oh, wow.
He probably feels like it's his only option.
Shoot. So I'm gonna does that jump?
This is really up my alley as far as like tactics and stuff. I love what Koray's done as far as, I know he rolled a red die to decide which way he went with it, but the kind of the positioning and almost the bait and switch, and just dipping out of town. See what Anakin does here, but
He's trying to get a force push off to grab one scout to keep it from scoring.
But now if that scout just goes into melee with Anakin or something like that, now you've tied up Anakin at the cost, now neither of them score, and you're back in the same boat.
Right, you're back in the same boat, yeah.
And they can definitely keep Anakin tied up.
And then I'm going to leave a guy on top of the heavy cover.
Oh, okay.
So, all right, Anakin. I'll gain suppression.
Yes.
Just one.
And one more time?
Just one suppression.
Okay.
So I don't have the one pick yet.
He hasn't played Anakin 1 yet.
We're on turn 5.
I don't know why he flips his turn. Yep.
Okay. So, just so we're both like, let's measure this out.
So I think he can score from where he goes.
I don't.
He can move once.
Do you mind if I move this? Like, we know what this is. Right?
Yes.
Okay. So here, I got you. Yeah, you should definitely.
Currently measuring for breakthrough right now.
I believe there's only about 15 minutes left in the round,
Yeah, roughly.
which should be enough, as long as someone doesn't intentionally take advantage of that.
He hasn't foreseen what he's going to do.
So Sam tells him, so now you can't score that unit anymore, and Koray says, I can't? Why? Like, are you sure? I'm pretty sure I can. I don't think that scout unit he just force pushed has activated, have they? They haven't
They
activated.
have not activated yet.
So
Now there's a rules discussion here going on about whether you can put things on difficult terrain.
Why couldn't you?
Because, well, I mean, you can, but like it's weird because like difficult area is not the same as difficult barricades, but they're calling a judge now. Let's get the
Go ahead.
Let's get the player audio.
Around here, because we declared this difficult, but he pushed like my leader here. He can't really put difficult. I think
What
he can't
you were
put a
saying
difficult
earlier,
one model
was
on the
tying
difficult.
Anakin this round.
Because he's trying to get. He would like to get a speed 1 for my scout.
Just to cancel out Anakin
so-
from scoring.
Let's see. So Anakin force push.
This scout.
That unit.
This is all one unit.
This is all
Yeah.
one unit. Yeah.
Yeah, the speed 1 can go into difficult. That's fine.
So okay. So on their activation,
on their activation, they have to make a difficult move.
Interesting. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so Hob ruling it that yes, you are, because you're on difficult terrain, you have to perform a speed 1 move to move off it unless you're unhindered.
Nothing stops a unit from having 1 miniature difficult. It's the same. You could
Correct.
He actually could have cohered a mini on top of there, and it would have been the same ruling. He would have had to move difficult, I
Right.
believe.
He would have had to move difficult to just willfully
Potentially.
go there. Yeah.
Depending off its area, terrain, and whatnot. But yeah, you can 100% do that. I still even think with a speed 1 and then 3 speed 2s, he probably can score.
He just measured it. He can do it.
Okay.
Yeah, Koray was caught by surprise by that move.
But at the same time, moving into melee with Anakin is probably
Would've
just as
been
effective.
just as good.
Yeah.
We're just gonna move this guy. So 2 moves for this guy. We're just gonna go as straight as possible.
You can score
right?
your scout.
Yep.
Just
Yep.
keep trucking
Okay,
along.
there.
Yep, just keep going.
Whoop. Oh, is this on wheels?
I don't know.
Felt like it was. All right. I'm just gonna try and hide some models, right? So,
Yeah, you're good.
yeah. All right. 2 moves. They are done.
All right, spicy, very nail biting, but also kind of boring.
Yeah.
Not a lot of.
They don't need to
scouts
apologize to
didn't do-
us. We've had fun
mayhem.
commentating.
Yeah. You're just gonna go in. Okay. Do you mind if I pull?
Yep.
I think this showed a very high intelligence game of positioning and just maybe a slight miscalculation, and like whether you want to call it an outplay or whatever, a good play by Koray to dip out of town at the right moment.
Yeah.
Another court.
Yeah, I mean that in a sense,
All right, I'm just
his
gonna
moment of
keep going.
indecision when he rolled that dice, and since the dice came up blank, maybe that was the moment that he actually won.
Most important role of the game.
Maybe that was the most important role of the game. Was the moment he decided not to engage.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
Fate has allowed it to be.
Yes, exactly.
All right. So I went with this scout.
We'll let fate decide, as Watto would
So
say.
it's,
We
I
can
got,
count
I got,
the face down. So
yeah. So I got to go.
Yep.
Only been made.
No,
better
you got to
with
go. I
chance
got 3 down. 4 down.
So I don't know what. Okay. I feel like if you're Sam at this point, it's the numbers. It's kind of just over, maybe.
It's
And
over. Yeah.
So try to find a shot on something, but maybe he just can't. Maybe there's just no shots to be
Not
had.
with that building in the way. You can't backtrack.
Scale means that. Oh,
You can ignore difficult
forward,
terrain.
get
no
shots.
difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it really won't super help.
The scouts are
Like,
going to be gone this turn.
There's always a chance. I know this is crazy and feels bad or whatever, but there's always a chance your opponent just mismeasures the scoring zone and leaves a guy an inch out or something like that.
Yeah,
It's
they-
all right, yeah, game over, I win. And they're like, wait, no, that guy's out.
Yeah, you always have to measure that. I had that
play it
happen
to the
once
ends,
in a
play it to the
tournament
ends.
where my opponent thought he was in, but the deployment marker had been bumped.
Yeah.
And then we remeasured the deployment zone, and it turned out he was short.
The deployment markers are just reminders.
They're just reminders, yeah, exactly.
It's not the true range.
Yeah, and I mean, it wasn't on purpose or anything, but it's just how it is.
Yeah.
You know, it's where the deployment zone is.
Koray definitely
The
has
marker
seen
doesn't
really,
mean anything.
He's seen really on top of his
Hopefully-
pre-measuring, so I'd be surprised if something was that.
And we're just gonna chill. We don't.
Yeah,
You
Koray
did-
was being very
No,
thorough.
I'm just gonna.
Yeah, and you do have to leave room. I mentioned this kind of as a joke, but it does happen.
Yeah.
You can block your own movement by cohering the wrong way.
Yep.
So you can mess things up.
Have done it before. Easy to do with 8-man Ewok squads.
Hey, as a B1 player who's done Separatist Invasion, right
Yeah,
there with you.
exactly. You know this pain.
I'm gonna pull.
Yep.
Okay, so Travis
They're in the zone.
Travis brings up a play here. If Anakin can stop 2, so if he was able to relentless, dive, kill, and force push into melee, That's actually a play. If Anakin can trade for 2, that's a play that can win the game. So
Ooh,
that's an out.
Because the disengage card is gone.
So Travis, that's a great point.
I wonder if you'll see it.
Travis outwitting all of us at the caster
In
desk.
that case, the move to play was getting engaged with Anakin just to keep him there.
Right. I don't think Anakin has the killing power to make that happen.
Well, he doesn't actually have to kill one. He just has to get 2 units in melee.
Oh, that's true. He has to touch and grab force push.
I guess he could have done that anyways, right? He could have force pushed and then dove into the other scout squad.
So what 1 pips? The roll-off is going to be huge potentially then.
Yeah, because it could be a double
massive.
1 on turn 6. Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, Zach, we were kind of counting Sam out, but Travis brings up a play that we didn't think of. So the game's not over. Rebellions are built on hope. That's rebels. Okay.
7 minutes. Here we go. Turn
Supposed
6.
to just shout for the Republic.
Oh, sorry. Echo's got it.
If bonus points if Sam plays the 1 pip and says this is where the fun begins.
Yep. Sam putting his card in the tray to make sure he's got it handy for the next round. Here we go. And it is going to be double 1 ambush versus.
roll up.
This is
that
massive.
means you get
He
to
said
roll.
it.
This is massive because you move into melee with Anakin to stop this.
And he won it.
It's Anakin.
Anakin has prio.
Oh, jeez. He may have. Let's see what he does.
So, math again.
It's not a guaranteed win because he can withdraw and shoot him with like 6 units. So, Anakin, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
but,
you could go
but he has
for
to be
points.
careful of the math here.
Because this would be a point victory if it plays out this way.
8 scoring.
Yep.
I have 10.
Yes.
You kill 1.
Killed 1.
Well, right. So I have 10. If you kill another, I have 9.
Yes.
All right, understood.
All right, if you kill another, I have 9. So this is
All right,
going to be a really amazing turn 6.
Anakin's going to activate.
Here he goes.
Anakin goes in.
Here.
He breaks off to leave 8 in the
gonna
deployment
become-
zone of the enemy.
Let's see. I'm just going to go there. You can go here. I'm going to swing into your scout squad.
This is Hero of the Clone Wars. Koray just had a big sigh. You heard that.
Yep.
He just realized what the plan
He gets
is.
5 Pierce 3. I think that just wipes the scouts out.
Yeah.
Well,
So kills that one.
good roll from the scouts. But
Yeah, not enough against Pierce 3 of Anakin.
I don't know that matters. So he can still withdraw and shoot him with like 3 or 4 units.
Yeah.
That's still a possibility.
A ton of units.
Ton of units.
That's the play.
That's his out now.
Anakin gets no suppression.
And he has no dodges. No, he has 1 dodge from defend.
He's not near friendly.
Anakin just carrying the weight here.
Travis, great call out on that
Yeah,
play.
good call, guys. Chat, once again, the combined wisdom of chat seeming to be smarter than the caster desk. Yeah, the force push is absolutely huge.
So that goes back to Koray when we mentioned he could just tie up Anakin's just as good. It wasn't just as good. It's actually a lot better.
Just force pushed and
If he would have just ran into melee into Anakin with the scouts, it would have locked up the game. I
could have
think.
still force pushed and just ran into another scout squad.
So done it the same.
Yeah, it still would have been 2 scouts out of the picture.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Yep. So he could have done it in a different order. Yeah, he knows he has to kill Anakin.
Only, I guess then the 1 scout squad that was force pushed could actually shoot instead of withdrawing.
way I can kill it. All right, so we're going to
Would've
play
been
now. Just
better.
for funsies.
More firepower into
Yeah,
Anakin.
so Koray feels like he
full
is
scout.
lost
We're
at
gonna
this
go that one.
point, but it is
We're just
still.
gonna withdraw.
I think it's still a live game just because there's the chance that Anakin could die. But Anakin has defensive tokens.
So 2 storms can definitely shoot.
Things that
2
have already broken through can
2
shoot
bikes can
Anakin.
definitely shoot, and I
Yeah.
think 1 scout can afford to shoot.
Yeah, so
That's a lot of dice.
he has to break in 8 units and kill Anakin to win the game.
Simple. 4. We're going to go over here.
But he has to pull in the right order.
Well, he just pulled scouts first
Yep, so
before the
that
bike,
was-
so that was
that's what he
important.
needed to do.
That was important.
Did he pull scouts?
He pulled
I thought
scouts
he
and
pulled storms.
No,
Nope.
he pulled scouts and withdrew.
One of them.
Sweet.
Now it's 8-8. If he kills Anakin, he'll be up on tie breaks.
Yeah, he would be up on the tiebreaker. So Koray still has an out.
One bike and one scout is probably
It's less than 150. Well,
yeah,
less
probably
than
140
upgrades.
points. Anakin's
Yeah.
like 180. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anakin's like 184. Yeah. Possibly a little bit less.
So now we get some really clutch dice rolls right here.
Yeah, now
gonna be
this
good.
is where the dice will decide.
Now, the question is that little tiny wall. Is it? I think they called it heavy cover last time, unless we were mistaken. So we'll see what cover he gets.
Capo.
While you're doing that, I'm just gonna pull if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could just, honestly, if it's okay with you, you could just keep going and try to shoot and kill Anakin.
Is that cool? Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna do anything else. All right. All right. I agree with that.
They're just going to compress time and let Koray just try to kill
Let's
Anakin
do
here.
Oh, okay. He's just saying all your clones score.
Yeah, all my stuff scores. It's a formality at this point. If you just want to try to kill Anakin, that's
So
fine.
your leader has to be fully within.
All right. So we all know what's going on. We're just going to leave the player audio. We'll watch the,
yeah,
the
we'll
dice
just
play out.
watch the dice play out. Yeah.
Should get a bunch of red dice out of here.
All right.
So they-
the bike's in.
Is that a compulse?
Yeah, compulse
Okay.
aim shoots Annie.
When you guys do these rolls, can you just make sure the dice are seen?
Yep.
Yeah.
These are do some big ones. We play the long game.
Yep.
Absolutely, you got it, man.
All right, Anakin.
I just asked him to move the
into-
dice a little bit so we
Yeah.
can see him.
Heavy, it'll be heavy, yeah.
Yeah.
Heavy on Anakin.
Aim.
So 2.
There's 2.
Yeah.
2 into Anakin.
I will just roll these.
Take one.
Takes one.
wounds.
Okay.
One. All right, so
So-
5 to go.
He's saving
There
the
he
dodge
goes.
for a bigger pool.
Yep, for the big pull.
Do I have my 2 surges here?
I think if he has to
Scouts,
defend 3, he
we'll
probably
go
dodges.
With,
He's just trying to try to face tank on the surge tokens as long as he
we're
can,
gonna go with
and
this
then
squad.
spend the dodge
pop
to get the
emergency
surge
transponders.
for
Fire
deflect.
10 black dice, sharpshooter,
Here we go. Big scout shot
and
into
then move
Anakin.
afterwards.
It's an aim.
Okay.
So unaimed, but he
All
has
right,
he has
Anakin.
transponder, doesn't he?
Yep, he tapped it for the aim.
Ooh, this is the one where he has to get a couple.
This is the big one.
Aim. That doesn't mean anything. Surges. So you have light cover.
Yes.
And
So 4.
4.
I'll dodge down to 3.
Okay,
3.
that's the dodge.
This is probably your biggest pool. I'll take 2.
Take 2.
Oh,
two.
Anakin takes
This
2.
guy.
That's kind of big.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Anakin on
That won't
3
matter,
health
but yeah.
remaining.
Technically, one of those scouts just died.
Dude.
Yeah,
It's
a gem
irrelevant.
cell.
It's irrelevant. So Anakin's on 3, and he
Right.
has 2 stormtroopers and a bike, at least.
Yeah.
There might be one more that we don't see. The officer may get
Yeah,
played.
so this
I
is still in range, in striking distance for Koray, I think. But this is tense.
And Anakin is out of dodges, but he has 2 surges.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's still fairly tanky.
He's got 2 surges. He's got suppression
Alright.
cover. He's just gonna have to face tank it. That's the only way out for Sam now.
What an exciting finish to this.
Yeah, this was very positional. Now it's right at the end, and it is coming down to some really important dice rolls.
Don't know how he's going to get that second squad of Pykes in arc, but also in the deployment zone. It's going to take some trickery.
Well, yeah, definitely take some trickery. I think he probably can pivot, shoot, move, and find a way to do it. Just you only have to nudge the arc in.
That's true.
So if you displace in your guys, I'll be able. If it's
yeah.
a unit leader, yeah. I'll be
Yeah,
able
yeah, but I should be able to clear the base.
Yeah.
So we're gonna compulsory,
to- Okay.
pivot towards Anakin, and then just shoot him.
Yep, he's got that.
Yeah. So no,
It's looking for the natty roll here from the bike.
hang out like that.
That's fine.
All right.
It's got 2 models, so
Yeah,
Okay.
he's definitely. If it wasn't heavy to start, he's definitely heavy from here on out.
yeah.
Heavy cover.
Yep.
All right, Anakin.
Yep.
So I got 2 surges left.
Praying to the dice gods.
So 2.
2.
2 into Annie.
Okay.
So I'll block 1 with the surge and 1 with the normal.
He's down to 1
Oh.
surge.
Okay.
It's
Koray.
I'm feeling Anakin has
Anakin
a
doesn't
higher
matter,
chance to
right?
live than to die.
Yeah.
But it's a realistic chance.
It's a realistic chance, yeah.
Yeah.
I think both players, it's on a knife edge.
And the HH-12s, I don't think will get to shoot because of cumbersome.
We're just going to aim shoot with the sniper.
Yep.
Yep. I'm actually going to pop emergency transponder as well.
That's perfect.
So I got 2 aims on this.
So aim shoot
heavy
with a
to light.
sniper, Anakin, heavy to light.
What do I look for? Just 1 aim. Yeah, sure. 1 aim. Okay, 1.
So 1 save.
So once save.
Anakin saves it.
Looking less and less likely to kill him.
Yeah.
Yes, you will. Yes, my Imperial officer will take a shot. Pretty sure. Nope, she will double move.
Double move.
Have to be fully within.
I'm gonna just.
Okay, so with 1 surge, if he's able to force 7 more saves, it's basically a 50-50.
Storms.
Yeah.
Anything less than that, it's on Anakin's side. Anything more, it's on. And the storms into heavy,
Yeah, that's kind of
it's a slot machine, and not the best type. You know, it's not a.
No, it's not.
It's not a ton of dice.
It's really not.
Let's look at his storms.
Some magic has to happen
So
here.
just the HH-12. So it's just going to be 5 whites, right?
Yeah, it's going to be 5 white if he doesn't get the heavy weapon.
They have precise 1, or no? Yeah, they do.
Yeah, he doesn't have any aim sources though.
1.
Well, at least one of the squads, I think, is already scoring. Oh, that one of them might be on the HH-12.
So I killed 2, and you have this unit, so you have 8.
No, one of them's too far away. Never mind. Now that with that camera angle there.
There might be no more shots, actually. The scouts
really?
have to double move, yeah.
I think the storm, one of the storms can shoot, and that's going to be the miracle shot.
All right, good game, man.
Good game.
Oh no, that's it.
They shake
No more
on it.
shots.
They shake
That
on it.
roll
yeah.
off, I
more
think, won me the
shots.
game.
That was
I-
a great play on Sam's
I mistimed my.
Wow, Sam McHenry pulling it out at the end there.
Yeah, if you had saved that for the next.
Yeah, but the problem is, like, you could have easily just done that force push thing anyways to them.
Well, actually, if he, I think,
Well,
I
because
think
you
it was turn 4 or 5.
because you could have just done one.
if correct me if I'm wrong, but the big brain play that might have worked if he run roll off was to move the scout just outside of range 1 and taking a standby.
Yeah.
Now when he moves, you move into melee. No, because then he can still force push and relentless.
I think it's just to
I don't
just
know.
double move, just run out of there.
Just yeah. Because he only had 2 units he could affect, and
Yeah.
that were in range. Okay, yeah, that roll off was huge.
I mean, the PT
Yeah.
of the Imperial Scout Trooper is pretty tight.
What a game!
What a game.
What a game. That was a really good game. So Sam McHenry, your winner. Walking away here. Clones putting a Mar and Tempest Force record here. Koray Satili taking his first loss of the tournament.
So it's 8-8, and then the kill point.
The McHenry family was correct. Sam was dominating the entire way.
Zane, all my love to you, man. Glad to see you here. I miss you, bro. Man, it was a heck of a game. We're hoping to get some more just like it in the next two rounds.
Ooh.
Absolutely crazy.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to wrap it up here momentarily. We're going to go to lunch pretty soon. I'm actually going to go ahead and mute the players real quick. Guys, I want to say thanks to Joe Hicks for casting with us. Thanks, Tyler Pridgen, for coming in and being our third.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll be seeing you guys after lunch around 1 o'clock Eastern time. It's about 11:30 now, so we'll see you in about an hour and a half after lunch. And guys, if you're enjoying the content and you want to support the stream, patreon.com/YavinBase, check it out. We're working on a new premium offer for some of y'all, so feel free to read up on that. And if it interests you, go ahead and pledge at the premium level. And I got some really cool projects in the works. So I hope you guys are interested in those. Anyhow, this has been Nova Open. We're about to head into the second round of the day after lunchtime. And thanks, guys, for tuning in and streaming and watching the stream. And we'll see you guys in about an hour and a half.